Top five.
Yeah, girl, you ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top five, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ranked Top 5 List of Stuff That Don't Matter. I'm your host, Tuong La, and get ready to shake your hips, flail your arms, and twerk that butt. Because we're getting down on the D floor in the pod cavern.
The D floor?
The D floor. The P floor? The pod cavern floor?
The Dan floor.
The Dan floor. Yeah, the pod cavern right now is just decked out in disco lights.
Yes.
Like thousands of disco lights.
And the floor is like that, like the different colors. Every time you step on it, it makes a different, you step on a different.
That's fun. That's fun.
And instead of a fog machine, we got 3 guys vaping. So it smells really good.
It smells really good.
Smells like cotton
There's
candy.
some like strawberry cotton candy.
We have DJ Pauly D from Jersey Shore rocking the DJ booth right now. That's top of mind. Quick story. I went to a conference last month or so, and DJ
a Jersey
Pauly
Shore conference.
Well, he was the opening act for Flo Rida, so it was that. I know. It was crazy.
What kind of conference was this?
It was like a totally serious retail conference, like North America's biggest retail conference, and DJ Pauly D started the show, but I missed it because the people that I was rolling with, they're like, I don't want to see that. And I'm like, but I do. I want to see how weird it is. Apparently he had his frosted tips and his shirt was off the entire time. So
fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Gotta stay on brand.
Yeah.
I would expect no less.
Yeah. That's why he's in the pod cavern today doing our music.
Thank you.
Nice.
I just want to get right into the show today. So with me today, you know them, you love them from the Constant Struggle podcast. We've ranked many things before, like fictional, robots? Did we do fictional robots together?
We did sci-fi tech.
Sci-fi technology.
And fictional robots, it seems like.
We did Data. I think we ended on Data.
That's right. Brie
You know what,
Watson
though?
and Nick Watson, welcome back to the show with newcomer.
I almost said no relation.
No relation.
Very related.
Too related.
Oh, no.
Too related to quit.
And that voice you just heard, newcomer into the pod cavern, also with his shirt off next to DJ Pauly D, Dan Rosen, everyone.
Woo!
And related, no. Directly
And
related.
so many nipple rings, I had no idea.
Yeah. I've got nipple rings on nipple. I've got like Matryoshka nipple rings. It's just like nipple rings inside of nipple rings.
That would hurt.
Nipple ring dolls?
Yeah, they are the nesting dolls, right?
And
Yeah.
is it the nipple rings that like attach itself to the other nipple and then the belly button and then, of course,
they all
the
connect.
crotch?
Yeah. I've also got Russian nesting nipples.
Oh my gosh.
Messed
I thought it was
up.
just cold down here in the cavern, but no.
Yeah.
Nesting nipples.
Very cold.
Wait, hang on. Can we hold for 1 second,
Yeah.
Doug? Because I want to say, since the episode we recorded where we talked about the best tech, I, at the time, had not watched any Rick and Morty. And since then, have consumed all of it.
Oh.
All of it. And I probably would say that the portal gun is superior to all other forms of
Finally. This is vindication for me.
Yeah,
I forget what
yeah.
our list was at the end of the day, but
I think we ended up with the holodeck as the number one.
but that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
It is
That's pretty good.
But like, if you had a portal gun, you could just go to a holodeck.
God damn it.
God damn it.
I know.
Let's redo the episode. But
All right.
not until we do this episode, which is, of course, dance moves. We're
Whoop,
going to talk
whoop,
about dance moves today.
The system
System
is down.
Dance moves. Oh my gosh. Okay, so at first I wanted, because we're in the final
was
10
afraid.
episodes of Ranked here, and I really just wanted to have like a very
10.
final 10 episodes of Ranked. And I was like, I really want to have like a really fun episode where we can talk about some silly stuff. And then I was, looking through.
Is your last episode going to be ranking the best ranked?
We
was
did
gonna
that
say.
on episode 100.
Oh, perfect.
So I have a new idea for episode 200. You'll see. We'll see.
200 episodes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Oh.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Tuong, you're a
Tong's going to become sanitation commissioner in episode 200 for Springfield. very, very specific, like 1999 Simpsons reference.
I understood it. But yeah, I'm like, we're running into like the last 10 episodes of Ranked, and I'm like, we haven't done dance moves yet. And that's like a fun idea because I don't know if you guys know this, but dancing is in. Dancing is in right now.
Whoa, finally.
I've heard about this thing called TikTok.
Yeah.
where people...
Have you heard about this thing called Fortnite? They dance there too.
Oh my goodness. Finally, a video game that encourages people to move their body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever
God,
want to
that just
see
reminded me of another dance move.
Iron Man
Dance
and Darth
Revolution.
Vader and Goku and all those people doing a dance move together? You can do that in Fortnite.
Is that what? Because for some reason I always thought Fortnite was like a battle game.
It is.
But like then
But it's
you
mostly
like
dancing.
fight and then dance. Because there
But
was
it's
like a thing
also
like
where
there were like
this
NFL players who were using Fortnite dances as their like touchdown
Yep.
Amazing.
dance like celebrations and stuff like that.
All things are true right now. What you're saying.
Really? Like so like I've never seen any Fortnite.
Yeah.
So like it's all like I'm just putting it together by like little things. So it's like you shoot people and then dance, I guess.
Yeah, that game's everything, but it's just you can do too much. You can do too much. But we're focusing on one thing, which is dances, not Fortnite dances,
Fortnite. Oh, right.
but dances. I want to throw it to Brie for a second because you are probably the most qualified on this podcast. It sounds like you are a dancer. You were a dancer.
Yeah, I danced for 15 years.
Oh my gosh,
Continuously. It was
Continuously,
weird.
yeah, I didn't stop.
Nonstop.
it was weird.
I will say I have a fun, distinct memory of doing a dance performance, like one of our recitals, where after the show was done, my good brother Nick, who is here today, was like, it looked like you were being sarcastic up there. I was like, I was just doing ballet. I don't know what you want.
Nick, really quickly, what was your hobby growing up? If it wasn't dance?
Not dancing.
Not dancing.
I think it was just being very judgmental of my siblings. And then baseball a close second.
Nick was like the little brother from Bring It On who just like hates cheerleading so much, but is still like there for the cheerleading finals.
Is that a plot point in Bring It On? I have not seen that movie in forever.
It's just like a side thing, like an ongoing gag is like the brother hates it, and then he shows up to like the cheerleading finals with his family to cheer on, but he has a shirt that says cheerleading equals death.
Okay, wow.
You know so much about Bring It On.
My dad took me to see it the opening weekend. He was like, it got a good review from Peter Howell and the Star.
Did you see the sequels? Bring It On Again, Bring It On 3D, Bring It On.
To the streets?
Yeah, that's
Yeah. No, I didn't want to ruin the the first one's pretty good, so I did want to ruin the magic of the
the
original.
Yeah.
Bring it on a verse.
Yeah. I learned my lesson from watching the
Nick
Matrix
wrote
sequels.
poetry. That's what his hobby was.
I love
The dance of words.
Was it a lot of dirty limericks, Nick? Admit it. It was
No.
mostly dirty limericks.
Oh, dude. It was worse than that. It was like, I've been reading the beats, so I'm like the new Burroughs. So nothing made sense. It was just a complete diarrhea of words.
Nice.
And angst.
Diarrhea
Teenage
limericks.
Nick
angst.
Watson, Diarrhea of Words.
Dude, my biography. Thank you,
Yeah.
Tom.
Nick would have like a little beret and
Yeah.
like a
yeah.
cigarette
Oh my
holder in
God, I
his
love this
mouth.
so
I
much.
and,
understand.
like-
He did have a uniform. It was Hawaiian shirts.
Oh,
well,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
That I can so
Rebellious
picture that.
Hawaiian shirts.
He still does though, because he likes to party, right?
We all like to party.
He's a big fat party
Big fat
animal.
party animal.
Yeah.
We all like to
That's right.
party. We all like to dance. Okay, so let's talk about like ground rules for today's episode. I want to talk about actual dance moves as the category because if you
Okay.
say top 5 dances, there's a little bit more because some
it has to be
dances
the moves.
some dances are full choreographed with many dance moves incorporated in the full dance. I'm going to use an example here. You know the dance from High School Musical? That's a full like there's like a lot of moves happening right now.
Oh yeah, we all know that dance.
You don't
Tom.
know
Yeah.
that dance? I'm doing okay, whatever. You know,
Doing
I'm
great,
trying to pull from like think of like any music video you saw in the 90s and they're pulling off full dances where it's like this
Yeah.
move, then this move, then this move. We're talking about individual moves. Although
Yes.
I do think There's probably going to be some cases where there's a gray area, and we'll just take that in stride. Sound good?
Okay, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, commend you for reining us in because I think we will go off the rails.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just
It's hard to stay on the rails when Brie and I are like in the same conversation.
especially when Dan's the one who has a hard out today, so I have to rein him in. On his own
I'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta go.
I gotta go to what? Jewish
Wait, but you said
Halloween?
your wife took your kid to the Purim party.
Well, she's going to, yeah. So she'll take.
So
him.
you don't have a hard out anymore.
I don't have a hard out anymore. My out isn't as hard. I still have a bit of a.
It's a
there
soft
at the
out.
end.
It's a soft out.
Yeah. It's a limp out.
limp out.
Normally it is a soft out.
It's a flaccid out.
Flash it out.
Everything went well. Anyway, let's talk about dancing.
Yeah, let's talk about dancing and not flaccid outs. What else do we have for ground rules for today's episode? I have a few, if you don't mind me just rattling some
Yeah,
off.
go dude.
Please.
As always for this episode, everything's subjective. I don't think we're ranking it necessarily based on the history of the dance or like how complex the dance is. Those things can factor in for sure. But at the end of the day, like always on these episodes, it's whatever this group likes is going to be our list. That said, I don't think it has to be a dance that is an official dance. I'm not a dancer. I like to dance, but like if you in this group have come up with some like Nick special, Dan special, whatever it is, and you're like, I want to share this with the world, that can count as a nomination, I think, as long as you're earnest about it and it's something you've done before and it's like your signature move. I'm okay with that.
Wow.
Well, I
Because
don't
that's
have
the
that.
plan.
That is damn fascinating. That's a level of prep I did not even think about. I'm going to invent dance.
My favorite thing is that we could do that like right now and do the dance move and then like physically, but nobody would ever see it. It's an audio medium.
It's an audio medium. I
thoroughly.
refuse to release video for this podcast because I'm too lazy, let me tell you. So
Yeah, it's way too much.
we're
It's too
gonna
much work.
describe the dances to you, and you can look them up and try them yourselves.
Yeah,
Look
because
at
most
home.
people have the internet.
What?
Yeah.
Or
Then send tongue videos
That's
of
right.
yourself doing the dance.
God.
Yeah.
download
Brilliant.
Fortnite and look at the dance yourself for the dance tutorial. Another thing I want to bring up for ground rules is I was doing like a lot of just Googling around, YouTubing around of like what the best dances are to inspire me. And I ran into this YouTube channel. I'll just give it a quick shout out. It was called Ed People.
I saw him.
And I've never saw it before. It's like this guy who travels around and asks people from different
beautiful.
It is. He asks people from different backgrounds and ethnicities and ages to be like, what's your favorite dance move? And he would do it with them like as seriously and earnestly as he could. And it made me realize like how much dance is a universal language. Like, you know, we can all speak different languages, but we can all come together and dance, which is like a very beautiful way of thinking about dance. And the other thing is that there are a lot of dances that I'm so unaware of, grown in Canada, you know, born in Canada, like a lot of us here.
I'm glad you're mentioning this because I feel when I was preparing for this, before doing my research and just picking like the dances that I'm familiar with, because I did take dance, that it was definitely my angle definitely is from a colonialist perspective.
Yes. And I want to point that out because I have a few that are from different, you know, nationalities, I guess. But like, I mean, I grew up a certain way here. You know, I'm in Canada. Yeah. A lot of the dances that I have are just North American based. So if you're looking at our list and you're like, what about this list? I'm sorry. That's all I have to say.
There are so many.
I'm so glad I started with Mongolian yak dance.
I just love how they incorporate the yak.
Yeah.
All about the yakking. So much yakking.
Speaking of like, you know, partner dances, like with a yak or not, it could be by yourself. I do think
It's actually just the yaks dancing. There's no people.
the yak's dancing on top of you and you just let it.
You're the floor.
Yeah. But I do think that whether it's a dance with one person, two people, multiple people, I think that is fair game as long as it fits the category of dance moves, you know?
Most of the ones that I have picked are solo. So like they're moves you could do by yourself.
Cool. Perfect.
I don't know if that's something we would do.
I got
Is
a
it a
mix.
rule?
I don't think it's a rule. I think I just like the idea that there could be a second person involved in this dance if you wanted to, or a third. Or a lot of the moves that I have is just one person, but let's not restrain ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it for all the ground rules. Do we have anything else before we get started?
No, I'm just figuring out more dances as we go along. My brain is-
Yeah, Nick's list is now 75.
Yeah, he crossed off his
I think I got
list.
all the dances.
What was that YouTube page again?
Ed People.
Did you see when he went into the
Prison?
old folks home?
And the old folks home, yeah.
It was so cute. He was just dancing with these adorable elderly people. And
I
it was
recommend it. It is
Yeah.
definitely one of those feel good things. It's really cool. Anyways, let's just get started and jiggy on down. Just like every episode of Ranked, we're going to go around 3 times, nominating 3 nominations each, making a master list of 12 and whittling that down to a top 5 dance moves list. Let's get this party started. Hit it, DJ Pauly D. That was just Dan doing that. But as we know, there is a relationship or a relation between DJ Pauly D and Dan.
Damn,
That's
they're
right.
cousins.
A direct line, if
Yeah.
you will.
The D is for Dan, secretly.
Oh, wow.
DJ Pauly Dan. DJ Pauly Dan Rosen.
That's
I
right.
like that. I like that. My first nomination, I'm just going to come in hot. It is from a TV show. Everybody knows it. It blew up in the 90s, early 2000s. It basically ruined one person's career. That is The Carlton.
Yeah. It's not unusual.
Yeah, when I think of The Carlton, it's like Alfonso Ribeiro. That Carlton himself. That's a whole conversation. But it was. For people who don't know, it's a very famous sitcom from the early 90s.
Right, Gen
and
Z.
with Will Smith as the lead. But
Have you guys watched the new version of it?
no, but it's like a gritty reboot, right?
I know. It looks so intense.
I bet you they're not doing The Carlton there.
Or if they are, they've modified it to be super cool.
But Alfonso Ribeiro's character did the Carlton dance, which is a very silly dance that you've definitely seen before. You're basically swinging your entire body. I don't know. What would you say? Swaying left and right and using your fingers and hands to both sides and snapping, right?
You're snapping.
I feel like it's
snap,
snapping,
swing,
yeah.
snap,
Just
swing,
sway and
snap.
snap.
And there's some fun leg movement that you're
Legs,
doing as
yeah.
well.
His hips are going too.
Yeah, the hips are,
And it was
I mean, people make fun of it, but it is an impressive dance.
It's an
He's
impressive
going
dance.
for it.
It was one of those dance monkey dance kind of things for that that actor and that character. It's we all wanted him do the thing, Bart, say the line. It was just
I didn't do it, boy.
Yeah.
so anytime he wasn't doing that, it was well, you're no fun. Just do the Carlton dance. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to see.
And it would take up 50% of it. His smile would take up 50% of his face too. That's
Good
also
point,
part
yeah.
of it.
Big smile.
Yeah, and I think as an iconic pop culture dance, it has never really left. People still
No.
do it. People still reference it.
He gets
And it led
invited
to a
lot
dancing
of-
career for him because he was Dancing with the Stars, right? Didn't he host that for
nice.
That's a great
for
pool.
45 seasons?
I think, yeah. He was on it. Is he part of it?
I thought he hosted it or something like that.
Oh, interesting. Well, good for
Yeah.
him then. Good for him because he wasn't doing any sitcom work after because
No.
he
He was typecast.
was typecasted as Carlton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick, what were you going to say? Sorry.
I was gonna say he shows up at a lot of golf pro-ams and he'll throw out the Carlton every time. He's fully embraced it. People love it.
I think he's come
part
back
of his
around.
swing now.
Yeah.
It's for sure coming back around.
It's
Does he?
he probably resented it for most of his life, and then he's just you know what? I better lean into it.
just like all the Star Trek actors. That's exactly the argument.
I saw yesterday, I was at the dollar store and I saw Brent Spiner's book. Anyway, speaking of Star Trek actors leaning in, I was I should buy Data's book. I gotta read it.
Yeah, especially for $1.
I know. It's $1.75. Yeah.
Let's go to Nick. What's your first nomination?
All right, I'm going with this. I hope this isn't too debatable. It's called skanking.
Yes.
It's a dance. Oh, brilliant. It's the dance you do at a ska concert or show, or
yes.
if you're listening to it on your headphones and no one else can hear it, you're still going to skank. Yeah, that Brie's indicating it. So you've got your arms at a 90-degree angle and they come up and they meet the opposite knee to the music. and you're wearing a two-tone suit and a nice hat while you're doing this.
And there's got to be some sort of horn while like guitars are playing.
Yeah,
Sure.
But like skanking could get pretty rough, right? Like you could be in
You could be really in it for
crowd
sure.
where it's like if you're in a crowd, you guys can like bump into each other.
But you can also do like really like I was gonna say thoughtful skanking, but it's more like there's some like more like jazzy type of skanking that you can do, especially at a ska concert. I've been to a lot of ska shows back in the day. I'm not even joking. I used to go to a ton.
Oh, Tongue and Nick, you have a look at this
I
connection.
love it.
the two
You
of
start-
Brilliant.
You bring a trombone or a saxophone to a rock show. Come on, and then it's like dun,
Pick it up,
dun,
pick it up, pick it up.
dun, 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 dun. It's like always that rhythm. I love skanking. It's great. It's a good move.
This warms my heart.
Yeah, yeah, amazing. Bree, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm going to start off with my personal favorite dance move from my 15 years of dance. And it is a ballet move called the tour jeté. When I was young, I would make all of my friends do a tour jeté because it was so incredibly fun. It is a regular jeté is just, I'll use my fingers. A regular jeté is when just like a dancer will move and they'll just jump, like leap, whip, like that. Right, so the front leg kicks forward, the back leg kicks backwards, and it's kind of like you're leaping. And if you do it super well, then you're both your legs are straight up in the air. But a tour jeté has a twist on it. So one leg kicks up like you were doing a regular jeté. The back leg turns around and kicks. So it's like a complete change of direction, and you land on the alternate leg. It has you need a little warm up to like a little leap to get into it, but it's so impressive to see somebody completely switch directions in the air and land beautifully and gracefully. So that
The
is
most
my
sarcastic move in dance.
my favorite. I used to get all my male friends to do it, and they had such a hard time with it.
I'm looking at.
I was going to ask, is that what
Don't
Bart
warm up.
tries to do when he's trying to jump away from the bullies? Like after they find out he does ballet?
I think he does a regular jeté.
Yeah.
Just a regular jeté.
Like over the ditch, right, Brie?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very
But imagine if
jumping
you
with
twist
long.
it in the air.
Okay, so you're jumping
Yeah.
with like both your legs like quite extended out from both
That's
ways.
the regular jeté, but then in midair,
You twist.
You
That's-
switch.
Wow.
Damn.
Dang. That seems
So that's my favorite of all time. And I was like, the rest I'm happy to talk about like from a non-dancer perspective, from just like an observer perspective.
Sure.
But this in my entire like years of doing tap ballet and jazz at Miss Dar's School of Dance. Shout out. That was my absolute favorite move. So
Yeah.
tour jeté.
It looks
Nice.
harder
Bullshit.
than it seems, I guess. I'm
Even
looking
just
at
with my hands, it's hard to do. Like the.
Because it depends
Yeah.
a lot on the like momentum of the leap, and then up in the air you kind of flip and land on the opposite leg. It's not just like beautiful to watch; it's incredibly fun to do.
Okay. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it today.
Oh, good. I hope we
send
get
video.
yeah.
Dan, what do you got?
So these are all very formal dances, I feel like, and I might be a bit different. I mean, my favorite ballet dance has always been the bear in the car. But to keep with the Simpsons
Sorry.
references,
Oh my God, that took me too long.
Yeah.
yeah. To keep with the Simpsons references, and also Brie was talking about dancing with old people, so I'm going to start off with the Simpsons dance, with the old. Oh, gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she
Okay.
No, optional if you want your pants to be around your ankles, but like
Yeah,
it's
100%. That's
there's
perfect.
like I used to do like all like jokes aside, but not completely aside, because it used to be like there's once where like I would like kind of do that dance, and if you like time it, you can kind of do it to like any song, because I remember like doing it to like "Dirty" by Christina Aguilera, where you're like dun, 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 dun. So you can do that dance. It's actually quite like a universal dance, and I do expect this. I will fight to the death for it to be in the top 5.
This is a Simpsons. I know what you're talking about. Can you describe it for the people at home?
So there's a thing where like Krusty the Clown hits hard times, and he has a sign
I
on
love
the
that
street.
somehow we still made this episode
A
about
Simpsons
the
episode.
Simpsons.
I don't know when this happened.
Impossible for me not to. I
It is,
blame
though,
Brie.
surprising.
She's gifted me 2 Simpsons family portraits. So this is also Brie's my enabler.
I thought I just gave you the first one.
Didn't you also give me, or maybe Carrie made one with Milo in it. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, you started it.
I'd like one too, by the way. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
I'd like one too. But yes, this move, Dan. How would
So
you
yeah,
do
so
it?
this move is like Krusty the Clown has a sign that says "We'll drop pants for food," and then Bart and Lisa ask like, "Oh, Krusty, how's business?" or like, "How's it going?" And he's like, "Terrible. That guy's giving it out for free." And then you see this old man from like grandpa's retirement home who's got his pants around his ankles and he's just like sort of stepping to the side and like 2-stepping while he like swings his elbows out going, "Oh, gray mare, she ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be."
Kind of like, how do you describe this movement? It's
Like
like
the move is like his elbows go out to the side simultaneously and then they swing and kind of like arms like fists cross in front of your chest.
Yeah.
Almost like Wakanda Forever,
like
but like
Wakanda Forever, but
yeah.
And you shuffle your pants.
And you shuffle your
From side to
legs
side,
back
yeah.
and forth.
You think that was a
And-
Conan? Was that a Conan episode?
I don't
might
think
have
it was
just seen
because I think it
Conan
was
dancing.
the end of season 5. But that is like that's a very Conan type thing that it would be because then like Krusty's like, "I'm gonna climb my way back to the top," and he turns on TV and it says, "And now like the old man like singing choir or whatever," and it's just like the voices of like a dozen old men going, "Oh, great mare, she ain't what she used to be." You can hear their feet like clogging on the
their
ground
pants are
like while they
down.
like
yeah.
shift back and forth.
What is the name of the dance that you're going to give it for this?
I mean, I guess I always thought of it as the old gray mare dance because that's just what he says.
It's Grandmare, right? Like Grandmare.
Is it old grandmare?
I thought it was
Yeah,
gray.
Oh, maybe we'd have to.
Maybe
look into-
Mandela
I
effect.
thought it was Grandmare because that's like French for grandmother.
I thought it was a
Grand
gray
mare
donkey,
sheep.
basically.
I thought it was gray mare as in like an old gray mare horse kind of thing.
That's
yeah, it's
okay.
old gray mare.
Okay.
Mayor or mayor? Like
M-A-R-E.
M-A-R-E.
mayor.
Oh, this whole
Quimby.
time I thought he was thinking about his wife, who's like an old grandmother who ain't what she used to be. And this changes everything.
Right?
That's funny.
Yeah, new context for the.
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
nice. He seems like less of a sexist now.
Jasper.
That's right.
No, yeah.
Jasper,
Jasper getting his beard stuck in pencil sharpeners.
Yeah.
This is not a Simpsons episode. This is not a Simpsons episode.
Oh, but we can make it.
Yeah,
let's-
did somebody put the Bartman on their list?
It was between this and the Bartman for it to be on my list.
Well, speaking
Well, that one
of-
has the like everybody back and forth and side to side. It has the moves in
Oh,
it.
it does. That's true. Yeah. It's a Bartman. Yeah.
Let's go to round two. Round two over here. Round two. I like how Dan's first nomination was a Simpsons dance. It's really funny. Okay.
Very Dan.
I think round two, if I'm thinking about like classic, not classic, but like dances that I've seen in pop culture all the time, ones that are like it blows kids' minds every time they see it for the first time. And even adults, you're like, how are they doing that? How are they doing that so well? I think of the worm.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah.
If someone is committed enough to throw their entire body onto the ground and like kind of, gracefully hump it in a way, then I say respect to them because the worm is just one of those dance moves that I'm like, I wish I was that confident because I know I
Yeah.
would fuck it up.
Yeah.
I bet you could do it. If anybody out of the four of us, I think Tuong has a better
Yeah.
chance of doing the worm.
Oh, thank you. I thank you. I've seen like bad worms before where they're not like, doing it properly. They're not worming enough on the ground and waving
Worm
enough.
harder, stupid.
Yeah, they're very much thrusting into the ground, but not like
That guy's literally just fucking the
the
ground.
fucking ground. Yeah, exactly. There's a difference between the worm and fucking the ground. I'm talking about the worm, okay?
Did you guys see
Full quote.
Saltburn? I think he was trying to do the worm.
The tapeworm.
That really changes the context of that movie. Oh yeah, he was just not fucking his dead friend. He's actually dancing on him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about the worm that except for that, like, I appreciate it, and it is one of those moves that I think, like, you know, you got to be a little vulnerable to do it because you aren't anymore at like eye line, like eyesight. Like you got to get down on the ground and just give her, and then like pop back up. Anyways, have you guys tried the worm in your life?
Oh, of course.
And
Yeah, I tried for sure.
Unsuccessfly.
Yeah, very much attempted. Almost broke my nose and glasses.
I shit my pants while I was down there.
Yeah. That was the one thing I did successfully. Yeah.
that is also the wrong way to do the worm is to shit yourself once you get to the ground.
I had a worm while I was.
Nick, what about yourself? What do you appreciate in a good worm?
The commitment to just trusting people's shoe choices when you're down there, like hopefully the dance floor isn't gonna ruin your fit when you get back up.
It's true. It is one of those things where it's just like, okay, everyone, make me some room. Like, don't dance on top of me or like step on my fingers. I need room to do the worm right now. And usually you do that, and now the circle has happened.
So that's what I'm going to criticize when we get to the point where we're criticizing dance moves. Right?
Is the circle?
Is the like, yeah, the like, it's the showmanship of it. It's like you have to, all eyes have to be on the worm. It's like, I just want
Everybody wormed though. That'd be amazing.
If everybody wormed, that's a different story.
Synchronized worming would be so cool to see. Like just like 10 people like
the
worming.
next Olympic sport is synchronized worming.
Oh my God, that's great. You know, there's a lot of control in the worm too, because it's not like you're kind of slowing your body down as you're waving through the ground.
Isolation.
Yeah.
You know those quiet discos?
Wouldn't that be such like a boring sport to watch, like synchronized worming? It would just be like 8 like heats of just like everyone like just going like that.
It would be so soothing to watch.
I keep thinking of
Very
like
hypnotic.
people coming upon it without knowing that it's happening, and you just walk into a room and everyone is worming. You would be so freaked out.
Oh, for sure.
What's happening? Where am I?
Yeah, pod people. I'd be like, oh God.
Dan sees this, he's immediately dropping and doing the worm.
I'm captain of the worm team. I'm head
One in
worm.
Rome.
Let's go to Nick. What do you got? Second nomination.
All right, so in keeping with the delicate grace of the worm, I'm throwing out moshing.
Oh, good old mosh pit. Nicks are all like, go to a concert.
Skanking, moshing.
Well, like when I'm doing my list, it was like, what are the ones I could do and the ones that I actually had
You
fun
think
doing?
you still have it in you to mosh?
To throw some elbows around and just bash
Elbow
my head.
was
I
up.
think I could do it. It's not a good idea, but I could for sure do it.
What's the most intense moshing experience you've had, Nick? Like what concert, what band, or?
I feel like it would have been like at a con show at our former high school, Brie and I, when they would play like Nirvana, and just people throwing elbows and pushing each other very violently around. It's not a good mosh pit unless you think you might have to fight.
Yeah.
So, Nick, for the uninitiated, what actually is moshing?
Right. So quite like skanking, actually. It's a lot of elbow involvement. So
Nick's got elbows only dances.
Yeah, you kind of aggressively stomp, march in circles, throwing your elbows up, and you're bumping into people on purpose, and you're pushing off of others, and you're letting yourself be pushed, and just letting the music violently take you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's all about bringing people together.
Purposely bashing. Yeah, that's what ultimately I didn't realize how much of it is about the positive collective experience of beating the fuck out of people.
Lots of pushing. Yeah. It gets pretty intense. Here's a hot tip. I mean, I haven't been to like a mosh pit in a long time, but a tip that I learned from, like, if you're ever in a crowd at like a live venue or outdoors or whatever it is, and you find yourself where people are just pushing the fuck out of each other, and it's not quite a mosh pit, but it is getting towards the point where like people are shoving and you might be shoved to the front too. Instead of shoving back, you put your hands to the air and you kind of just like go limp. And this is a real tip. It works. My buddy who went to a lot of these shows showed me one time, and I was like, oh my God, it works. You put your hands to the air, you go limp, and then the natural wave of the moshing will push you out of the mosh pit.
Oh,
so
that makes
instead of
sense.
like actually pushing back, if you push back, you're gonna get pushed as well. But if you just give up, you will eventually just land on the outside of the mosh pit and you're safe and you don't get hurt.
But that's if you don't want to be.
That's
in
if
the
you
mosh
don't want
pit.
to. Exactly. Some people,
You really want to be in there, then you get your elbows up and you fucking.
yeah, some people find themselves in mosh pits and they don't want to be. But if
Yeah.
you
I got
want to
kicked in
be,
the. I got kicked in the head once in a mosh pit.
Oof, right.
yeah, people get concussions and people die probably.
Yeah, I definitely once got like an elbow to the throat at like a Rage Against the Machine concert.
That what an experience though. That's like that's like the '90s personified.
Same here, but at a
for
Yanni
sure.
concert.
Which at a what?
Yanni.
Yeah, man, I was in a crazy mosh pit at a Raffi concert, and like, yeah, all the kids were
Last
like,
Kenny G show I saw. Got
I do
Well,
like
that sax solo was very aggressive.
yeah.
I do like the part of the mosh pit though when after the elbows are thrown and people have like calmed down a little bit, when it's just like a group of them just kind of like flailing around on the spot and just like punching the air, getting ready to push each other again. Brie, what do you got?
Okay, so like I know it's controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyway. One of the greatest dancers of our time, rest in peace, but I don't know how much peace. Michael Jackson.
Of course.
And I'm not gonna go with the one that you think I'm gonna go with because the moonwalk is fine. Anybody can
spacewalk.
moonwalk. So I'm going with. Do you remember the move that he would do where he was standing and he would lean so far?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then he wouldn't. I don't know what that dance move is called, but I'm nominating it because I'm like, how is he not falling?
Can we call it the
over?
Michael Jackson lean?
100%.
I have the
That's what
MJ
I
lean.
call- I
MJ
wrote Michael
lean.
Jackson lean is what I wrote down.
Was that on your list, Nick?
No, I just wrote it down right now.
Oh, I see.
MJ Lean.
To me, that was more impressive than a moonwalk. It was more
We could
impressive.
get into this,
Yeah.
Brie. I think he cheated on that.
No.
I think there was something to do with his shoes that could clip into the.
I
His
don't-
shoes were nailed to the ground.
I doubt
Well,
it.
No.
We got to
I
look
think
into
he's
this.
legit.
What
Yeah,
the
we're gonna have
leaning
to.
part? You think that was a fake? There's
Like he
a-
would always
Ah,
go
dude.
to a part of the floor where there was like magnets, so he would.
Not magnets, but he could like slip his heel into it or something. I
I
think
don't
there's
think so.
Wow,
I
what?
think he could
I've
do
never
I-
heard this conspiracy theory before.
there's magic afoot.
This is like Nick is like in like Joe Rogan talking about like it is, but like about like
Jamie,
something
put
that's
this
not
up
as
on the screen.
consequential.
Put this up on the screen. Jamie.
There's a stunt double behind him,
Yeah.
which is wearing complete camouflage. It's holding Michael Jackson as he's leaning.
Yeah.
like one of
You're
those
in a
morph
green screen
suits.
suit. People in the concert are just like, "What is going on with the green guy?" He looked
Video,
amazing.
don't worry, it looked great.
Yeah, on video, it looks so good.
Like a chameleon like technology. Yeah.
This is a cool pull. This is definitely not the Michael Jackson one that I thought you'd choose. I mean, if someone says the other one, I mean, you just said it was Moonwalk. If someone nominates that, I think it's a good nomination. It's a classic one. No one's doing the MJ lean as often as they are doing the Moonwalk right now. I'll tell you what.
True. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, it depends on what we're gonna rank on. Is it the popularity of it, or
All
is it the like
factors,
skill
yeah.
level, or the impress? Like, because I think that's an impressive move.
Totally.
Because if it's like a crazy enough move that Nick has thought over the years, there's definitely like a nail that he.
Yeah. This is Nick's conspiracy. This is Nick's like
Probably not
911 truth.
The Twin Towers were definitely leaning, Dan. Right?
Yeah.
Is it the Twin Towers were doing
feel
the
wrong
They were
saying
doing the MJ lean?
MJ lean, that's
Oh
right.
my gosh.
That's what the tower in Pisa's been doing this whole
But
time.
I will say, like on Bree's point, Bruno Mars kind of sound like, I don't think he does it the exact way, but like he has a lot of MJ-esque type moves, I feel like. And I feel like he's kind of done like a bit of the lean, just not in like the full like weight. Like Michael Jackson would be like at like a 45-degree angle. Like,
How does he do that?
like, I was like, or like a 30-degree, like he's just like almost like limboing to the side, and then all of a sudden he comes back
Yeah.
again.
I imagine
Yeah,
like
it was impressive.
practicing that move before you perfect it and how many times you just have to eat shit.
He fell over.
Yeah, for sure.
There is a student in one of my improv classes here in Niagara who is like a huge MJ fan and will make like videos of himself doing like MJ dances. And I've seen
Wow.
him attempt it, and he does pretty good. So like,
Does he have
yeah,
the
I
white
should ask
gloves?
him how many times. he's got the whole he's got the get up. It's I should ask him if he's eating shit. Trying
like dance
I just
wise,
Googled
not
it, and
actually
they
eating
have
shit.
an explanation.
Not actually,
for how he did it.
They have an
What?
explanation, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, you
There's-
say that.
Yes, a
Is it
specific
nails?
shoe. There's a hitch member. Shout out hitch members. And some kind of secret behind the. Oh, sorry, it's the secret behind the illusion. So Brie, I'm ruining this for you.
What website is this?
It is the Joe Rogan
Yeah,
Experience.com.
It's a little network called NPR. Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But it's all like unflexible white guys.
do you
Ruin
say?
everything.
I can't read
Wait, so what does it say?
Oh yeah, so
Just
he's
do your
kind
own
of
research,
he's kind
Dan.
of connected in this.
Kind of connected. It's still a dance. It's
It for
still-
sure is.
It's still a
I
dance.
don't think that takes
Yeah.
away from it. That might make it more impressive. Like
That is-
I find this website to be fake
Build a
news.
device. Yeah,
People at
soy
home, you
left
couldn't
leaning.
see
Yeah, liberal media trying to ruin Michael Jackson's dance.
They've been lying to us.
oh no, more white people attacking.
Yeah,
MJ's.
this is the moment when I turn super right wing because Nick would deny the MJ lead with
Wait
an
till I tell you about a
NPR.
flat tax rate, Dan.
Audience at home, you weren't able to see the picture, but it looked like a picture of a silhouette of MJ and his shoe kind of like strapping into like almost like a nail, it looked like ish.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then from that, like there's like it was like a nail on like a baseboard, and if he steps on that, then he's able to get the full lean. Which it does take away from the magic a little bit, but it is still cool.
Yeah.
And if you also looked really closely behind, there's a picture of the aliens building the pyramids in Egypt. Yeah, that's the level that.
Exactly.
They are for sure lizard looking. Too.
Dan, what do you got? Second nomination.
Well, so along the lines with you were mentioning the worm, my go-to breakdancing move when I was at like school dances in like grade 8 and stuff like that, if I wanted to be like, yo, I can breakdance too after someone has done like actual like impressive moves, was the turtle. Where you just like go down and you like spin on your back.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
It's like
which I
you're
think
like-
made popular by either Ninja Turtles or Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze. I can't remember.
Go ninja,
Go ninja, go. Exactly. Yeah. And then the turtles are like, because it's like you're spinning, you go basically like you kick out your leg and like you use the momentum to like spin around.
And then you kind of
it's
bubble
like you're,
yourself up right after.
yeah. So it's like a turtle going into its shell and spinning around is kind of what you're imitating. I can't really imitate it here. One, there's carpet below me, and two, it's hard in this, even in like we're in a non-visual
it looks like
medium,
you
but
did-
pardon?
I just want to say, like, it looks like you're in purely a white room, and yet you still have the background blurred. Like, what are you hiding?
He doesn't want you to see what's behind him, okay?
There's nothing back
I don't even
there.
see what level of like eggshell or like
Very
cream.
protective of his
Like,
paint color for his.
it is
like,
true. I have blurred my background, which is just a white wall. Because I'm embarrassed that I don't have like a row of like awesome Blue Jays hats or like Captain America paraphernalia or like studious books.
Mess. Just mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else has like a lot of really cool stuff behind them, and I just have a blank wall.
Hey man, that's a
right,
type of
Dan.
decoration, for serial killers, but
Blurred out.
the turtle is your nomination.
Yes. Yeah. Turtle. It was
Excellent.
my go-to move to like kind of look impressive. Like to think like, oh, I was impressing like the ladies after like some guy, like there was this one guy I remember like when I was in school who like you would do it, like where like the person's like kicking off their hands and like their legs are going under their legs, like an actual like breakdancing move that's really impressive, but I won't nominate it.
Yeah.
And then I would do like the turtle afterwards to be like, wee! And then like, like get up and see
cheer,
like
or
all
is
the
that-
girls walking away. Like,
The crowd disperses after
yeah,
that.
they're like, all right, this is over.
Well, I love it. I definitely turtled up before. I've told this story a few times, but I used to be a break dancer for a hot second.
Oh, cool.
I was,
I can see it.
but
I
very,
can see
no, a very hot second. I was in grade 6. All of my friends were breakdancing. All my best friends were breakdancing. We registered our name on a breakdancing GeoCities website where you basically type in your name and you claim your breakdancing name. And my name,
What was your breakdancing name?
let me tell you, back in the day, I was very
Was
flexible.
it Ray Gun?
No, it's even better. Even
Topical.
better. Back in the day, I was very flexible, did martial arts and stuff like that. So I was able to do the splits. So my name was B-Boy Splits with a Z.
Oh, nice.
Happy Boys Blue.
Yeah, gotta bring back the Z.
B-Boy Splits. I had one routine.
It was the splits.
Yeah, I would start off with the splits, and I think I ended on the splits as well.
Nice.
Bookend splits.
Are we
Nice.
talking the splits like one leg in front of the other, or the middle split?
The middle splits. I could never do the one
that's
like
even harder.
You think so? I found the other way harder.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I
Maybe
think so
it's
too. Yeah, like where
might
you're doing
be
it like
it might be
this
a
instead of like that.
Man, woman, because you've got to, you got stuff going on down there. So
I
maybe
do.
that's why that's easier. Maybe.
Eat, drink, man, woman
I'm
splits.
wondering. Yeah, I wonder. We're gonna get up in arms by all of the like gender
Yeah.
affirming.
Well, that's just because Brie really agrees with like the new U.S.
That's right.
administration.
Oh
Right.
gosh. I think I liked it
Oh,
better
she
when
hates
we were,
DEI so much.
I liked it
How
better
did
when
this podcast become such a right wing show?
I was just saying I liked it better when this episode started as a Simpsons podcast, but now we're in a right wing podcast.
Yeah. The only writer I recognize is John Schwartzwelder.
We're kidding, everyone, in case you didn't understand that.
All bodies can do all splits.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's go into the
I'm gonna push
third.
back on that. I
All
cannot do
splits
this
matter.
split
You
from-
heard it from Brie.
You could do the splits, Nick. Everyone can do the splits.
Okay, no, you got a good point. I could do it, but there'll be a trip to the hospital right
Sure.
afterwards.
It'll work. I bet it would be helpful for your golf game somehow.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. My hips are so tight. I need to loosen everything up down there.
I'm gonna tell people a secret here about the splits for you people, because men usually get this way when they're like, "Oh, I can't do splits because of my honking dragon underneath there."
I'm a big fat hog.
It keeps honking.
Way. My balls are too wide.
Yeah, but exactly. But if you're doing the side splits, your junk won't matter that much unless you're fucking like you just drop to the ground right away. If you're doing it
Right.
slowly and you're slowly spreading your legs, your junk ain't touching any of that. It's your fucking legs.
It's gonna flop down there eventually
Yeah.
once you get
My
real.
concern's
I guess
all
unless
about
you
the-
land on it.
Exactly.
Right?
And so if you do it too quick, then your balls are gonna hit the ground.
Unless you radiate your balls like Randy Marsh did on the South Park episode so they
Yes.
could get medical weed.
yeah.
And they just got these giant balls that he hops on to the store.
Yeah, that
I
would
love
be
that
hard to
meme
do.
so much.
Was that how Integrity Farm was like initially like?
I
is that
can't
how
remember. Maybe.
That's what launched him into the weed making. Anyway,
Might be.
if we did, okay, I'm gonna say it right now. If we did top 5 South Park characters, Randy Marsh would 100% be
100%.
number one.
Number
Yeah,
one for
okay.
sure. Yeah.
That's why we never had to do that episode because
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
don't have
it's
to
so
because
easy.
it's obvious.
Yeah.
Third round of nominations, the final round of nominations here. Wow, we have so many good ones. I had I did write some from the Ed People YouTube channel of like dances that I like actually enjoy watching, like from different nationalities and stuff. But we have a very silly crew, and I think that's where the room is leaning right now is to
But
lean
can
into.
we do an honorary round?
Of
though?
course,
Like,
honorable
if,
mentions.
If we were more respectful, we would pick these.
But we're
dances.
not because we're a right podcast.
That's right.
No, we will do honorable mentions,
Okay,
and that's when
perfect,
that will be, have shine a spotlight on later. But for this one, for my final round, I think I'm just gonna go back to like what I see on the D floor all the time, and it's something that like no matter how much you could like even roll your eyes at it, everyone's done it. People still do it now. Again, I roll my eyes whenever I see someone else do it, but I catch myself doing it all the time, which is the fishing rod. Tell me, there's nobody in this world who has never tried the fishing rod technique. It's so easy to like just cast your rod and your lure. It grabs someone from who's unsuspecting, who doesn't even want to dance, and then you start reeling them in. And a lot of the time, it fucking works.
They'll come.
Yeah.
It works.
They'll come.
You get
They'll be that little fishy, and they will.
You get a grumpy person who just got caught from your fishing rod and they're like, oh, do I have to? But then all of a sudden something takes over them and they're starting to reel themselves in and now they're part of the dance. The fishing rod.
For sure. I think that was also the one like move that I could actually use if I was the fish to like get like, you know, like for like sort of like to like enamor myself with like ladies on the dance floor or whatever. Cause like I could do the fishing. I could be the fish pretty well. Like I'd do a
Show
good
us
fish.
your best fish right now.
So it'd be like, "Yeesh,"
Yes.
like that kind of thing.
It's
Yeah,
actually
that lure looked painful.
It was.
it's like a pretty, I would say it's the yes and of dance moves. The yes,
Yes.
and of dance moves. You got your person who's casting the fishing line, and whoever gets it can, you know, come in however they want to. But if they're like a really good yes ander, the fish, they can come in like Dan in a really funny way that gets that person like hyped up. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, the fish is part of the party now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
my
You did
God.
the fish so well.
This party sucked until a real fish showed up.
Dude, I'm thinking like before you get into the fishing rod, to let people know that something's about to drop, you should do the roll the dice. Because then people are like, oh, this guy is going to be chancing something. And then you throw out the fishing rod. Dude, that's like getting consent before doing something a little too sensual, but it makes it all right in the end.
Well, speaking of the rolling the dice, I assume, is that your move? It's your
No, that
nomination.
is not my move.
Not your
It's
move.
not your
just
move,
the
okay.
fishing rod made me think of that.
Rolling the dice is a good prepper to the fishing rod.
Like, oh, we're getting into prepper stuff now?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, but like at what point does a lawnmower come in at this, or the
All of it can
or
come in.
the garden hose?
Hey, this can all be. These are all viable nominations. But Nick, what do you got?
Okay, I'm sticking with stuff that I've done in my history and that we could see existing in the world. And my number 3 is the chicken dance. Yeah, and in French, it's la danse des canards, Avery. It's not
Yeah,
even the
well, it's
chicken
the
dance.
duck dance in French.
It's the duck dance.
C'est la danse de canard.
Ducks don't dance like that.
Quack, 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 quack.
It is. Yeah, we do quack. Wah, wah, wah,
If it's
wah.
the chicken dance, why are people quacking?
Doesn't make any sense. I think maybe I don't think they quack in English.
No. And it's buck, 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 buck in English.
Ah,
But because it's a French duck, it's wah, 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 wah.
Nick,
So
what is the
this is a
chicken dance?
it is a staple of weddings when you're late in the night and the kids are hammered on sugary treats and cake and you throw out the chicken dance. It's like accordion based music, I want to say. There's choreography involved that for some reason everyone gets trained on in elementary school. You're flapping your arms like a chicken, like doing chicken wings, and then you're making a duck face with your hands doing the quacking thing. I think you're shaking your booty tail feathers as
You
well.
kind of like at the end of the dance before you like do it again. I think you
For the
like.
clapping.
Don't you like shake down to the ground
Yes.
in the chicken dance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're wiggling your tail feathers.
All the way to the ground though. Like you're doing like a squat.
Yeah, you got to go low.
You got to go
Yeah.
low, and then there's
Get
clapping.
low.
Go low,
Get
low,
low.
low, low.
Get low, get low,
You
get
need to-
low.
You need to hear your elderly relative's knees popping.
Elderly relatives, mine popping.
My elderly needs.
I'm glad you brought this up because to me, this is a dance that's like a cult dance, the chicken dance. It's like one of many cult dances is what I would say. Just like the way like the YMCA, it's like as soon as like that comes on, everyone, including the older generation, they're like at weddings, they're like, oh, well, I was going to set this one out, but I got to do the
Gotta
chicken
do
dance.
it.
I got to do the YMCA.
Like the Macarena.
All that stuff. It's just something that in our lizard brain activates and we're like, well, be right back. I got to just do the chicken dance now.
Must chicken dance.
But the Macarena, but in French, it's the le macaron.
Oh, delicious.
Oh, I thought you danced around like former French president Macron.
Oh, Macron.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, no, current Macron. Yeah,
Yeah,
current
he's
French
president
French
again.
president.
Yeah.
Macaron and cheese? No, I got nothing.
Yes, delicious.
Yay.
Fromage.
Fromage.
Oh.
The chicken dance. You've all definitely seen it before. I feel like the chicken dance is not as present at weddings that I've been to as much as the other cult dances like your Macarena, like your YMCA. But I mean, like, I find it more fun, the chicken dance.
For sure. I will
like
say,
to
so
do- yeah.
I worked in this like dinner detective show, and there's this one script that we would do where you would like we'd get like audience members to do a talent show, like to kind of like be like these are three of the suspects doing like talent, and you'd like volunteer or like volunteer people like find audience members that you'd have to make them up, and usually an easy go-to when they're like I don't do anything, be like just do the chicken dance, show us your best chicken dance kind of thing. And then they get super into it.
I think an
Cool
interesting
story, Dan.
I like it.
5 B's for a quarter.
This is what I'm talking about when at the beginning of this episode we're like dance moves, because like I would view chicken dance as a dance move, but like if you really break it down, it's a series of
four
dance
dance
moves,
moves.
right?
Yeah.
But like for this nomination, I think it makes sense. Like all of those moves are so synonymous with each other, like they're parts of this dance move, you know?
Like
So
the time warp is a
Yeah.
series.
But it's like 8 seconds of movement done over and over and over again for like 5 minutes.
yeah, it's too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then
That
there's
sounds
the
too
part that goes like da na 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 na, where you like do the linking arms. Around.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
And do like a jeté touré.
There's
or
also
Yeah.
the
tour
slow
jeté.
part of the song where they're like da 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 da
Oh,
da, and then
yes,
they speed it
yeah.
up, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, well,
It's
this
the
is
dance
from a,
that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
from a time when that was the only song.
That was the only song.
Period. Yeah.
Yeah, it was number 1 on the charts for 18 weeks.
I wrote.
Billboard
Did you say
100.
Brie? Is it's my turn now?
It's your turn.
Okay, so I wrote a bunch of actual dance moves down. But as you know, Tuong, whenever I come to do a top 5, I come to win. So
Even though I've
bring.
told you many times, it's a
not about
collaborative
winning.
list. But you're always coming here and be like, I gotta be on top.
That's right. Because I have a dance move that is better than all dance moves. There's nothing better than this because of what it achieves so easily. The move is grinding. The move is grinding. You cannot get a better dance move. Literally, someone's ass on your crotch. It guaranteed boner every time.
Guaranteed
What
boner.
better dance move is there that gets straight to the point?
There's like a hit song that's basically about that. That song Too Close by like I forget who it was,
See
but he's like
that you like it like that.
and it's like feel a little pull coming through on you.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you know I can't help.
perverted. And that's what I'm here to win. You tell me a dance move better than one that gives you a boner.
I mean, the chicken dance.
On every single
time.
wedding.
Yeah. Sploosh every
they
time there's
do
a
it?
chicken dance.
I love the
can't
idea of
stop
a
myself.
sensual,
Grinding.
a sensual chicken dance. And, like you whisper
the
into
slow
each
part,
other's,
right?
yeah, you whisper into each other's ear and go buck 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 buck.
Yeah.
or wah, wah, wah.
Bok, bok, bok.
Grinding. I don't think we need to describe it more. It is but
Oh, we can.
but
No, I think we need it. I think
Look
we
it up.
need visual.
When a woman, well, I guess it could be a man as well. When one partner bends down low and rubs, my brother is currently looking in the opposite direction.
None of this.
I thought Nick was like looking up videos of it or something like that. Nick was
Look at
checking
the grinding
NPR to
thing.
see like how NPR like
It's like the grinding's not real.
fake
It's
news.
a fake boner.
Yeah.
You know what though? I think there's a lot of like countries out there, like Latin America and things like that, that
Yeah.
like, they dance with like their hips a lot, and
Yeah.
so there is,
And
I
their
think,
booties.
and their booties, and I think like there is such thing as like it's graceful, but like more
Yeah.
elegant grinding, if you will. It's where you like it's done to music that isn't just like your fucking club boppers.
No, that like boom,
but it's more classy in a way. But I feel
you
like there is the
Like-
level of grinding, which is just more like animalistic and just kind of fucking dirty.
I'm here for both. Like you guys tell me you have not ever enjoyed being grinded on.
Oh, for sure. I remember like in high school, like I'd be so like if like a girl was like, "Want to grind?" I'd be like, "Okay," and then like,
And the teacher didn't separate you?
yeah. Well, I mean, it depends.
Need
You
room
I
for
guess you do
grinding
it
Jesus.
like when the teacher can't
It
see.
depends if she was a good Jewish girl.
I don't know. Like, yeah, Mrs. Balba, and then I'd be like, "Okay, Mrs. Balba."
Oh God.
This is what?
She was just a teacher who a lot of us had a crush on.
You had a teacher named Mrs. Vulva?
No, Bulba.
She would be good
But
at
I mean,
Yeah,
now that you
right,
mention-
right.
Is bulba the original word for camel toe?
yeah.
Can I also
Vulva.
jump to the, because it doesn't just have to be your butt, right? If you've ever had the grinding thing, as let's say a gentleman, I'm going to go from a heteronormative perspective here, where there's a gentleman and two gals each grab a thigh, and grind up against the thigh from the front. That's another option.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically a strip
Leg
club.
humping.
Basically a lap dance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in high school.
There is a difference between grinding and like the much more vicious daggering, I will say, which
Right.
is
Dankering?
Dagger.
I've got a hankering for some dankering.
dagger, like a short knife, yeah. So, I remember going to Jamaica years and years and years ago, and like people are grinding all over the place. It was really sexy. Everyone's just kind of going for it. But then there's like a couple in the corner. I think there were a couple. Maybe they weren't. Maybe they just met. And there is daggering, which is much more like you're actually fucking on the dance floor, but with clothes on. Like,
Wait, so what is it? Like daggering? Hold on.
So daggering is like when the
Your
man from the
penis
back is like
is
actually doing the movement of humping.
It's like
the
doggy
woman.
style with clothes on.
Yeah.
Doggy
correct.
style or the other way. Like I've seen it both ways, and I'm like, I am
other way.
mortified right now. Like what's happening?
You're describing a sex show.
Yeah. But they have their clothes on, to be clear, and it's very
just said
normal
like that.
for them
Either
to
way,
do it.
he leaves with a stain, or she leaves with a stain on her shirt. Either way, you know.
Yeah. And he has like a hole in the front of his pants.
Do not do the worm
smoke.
underneath those people.
All right, Dan, bring us home. Last nomination.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go in a different direction. I know Brie came in to win, but I came in to be cute and silly. So I'm gonna go with a dance move that no one else has seen before, other than me, because it's my son's like happy dance that he had like done, and he made it up. Like it was so funny because he came up. He's like, "Hey, Daddy, first you go like this, then like this, then like this, and that's the happy dance." I'm like, "Oh, is this like a dance you do at school?" He's like, "No, I just thought of it." It was like super cute. I don't know how. I'm gonna try and demonstrate, and
Nick,
then
have
you
your
guys
kids
can
ever given you a
describe.
happy dance?
I feel
Yeah.
like it's good.
I mean, he doesn't do it as much anymore. Now his dance moves are.
Yes, now it's a sad
Now
dance.
he's on to grinding.
Now he's out of grinding.
dancing.
Yeah, at kindergarten. I'm like, Milo, get off that girl.
Spray him with a water bottle.
Yeah. He's just like, but he's always doing it with like all the stuffed teddy bears and like.
How would you
Just like,
describe the
just like
happy
Nick's
dance?
dog.
It is. That's Ruby's dance move.
Yeah. Now he's into like these what he calls glow dance parties because we have all these glow sticks. And so
Sick. He's raving.
I put on Sandstorm, and then we turn off all the lights, and then he dances in front of our like front mirror, and then we like take turns. He's like,
Your
now
kid
it's Daddy's
is
turn.
going to try ecstasy as soon as he's able.
Yeah, next week.
So
Yeah.
Dan, describe
That's
the
when we
dance.
initiate. Yeah.
So here, the happy dance. Here, I'm gonna put down my microphone for a
Your
second.
snowball.
My snowball.
And we'll do our best to describe it right now.
So he's like, first you do like this. So he kind of like
That's kind of
He's waving
Big
his
arm sways.
big
that is
swing.
kind of
arm to the
skanky.
side.
It's a
Kind of
little bit skanky.
Carlton-ish. Kind of Carlton-ish.
Yeah, like I'm trying to like it's like first you go, then like this.
Yep,
It's like
yep.
then you go up like this, like
Up
just
and
with, like
down.
throwing his
Up and
hands
down,
up.
waving his
Like the
arms up and
arm
down.
flailing.
Happy
And then he'd
inflatable
shake his
ornament.
booty because he loves shaking his bum.
Kind of chicken
sure.
dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes, and that's the happy dance.
Oh,
cute.
the cute.
So I'm countering the filthy, disgusting.
I was gonna be like, Dan's gonna win because of the adorable happy dance, but it's actually not a very good dance. So
Also, it's like I bet you 80%
Shots?
less adorable since Dan did it and not a child.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It just made me think of basketball, doing my happy dance.
Doing the happy dance
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
on the Mulaka Laka Board of Trust.
So for this nomination, what I'm going to say, Dan, is I like it, and I think there's a happy dance for every like kid out there kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say happy dance, and with the thought of it's not just your kid's happy dance, it's just like every kid out there, most of them have some sort of dance when they just want to either be silly or express themselves. It's just like this very, I don't know, childlike
Playful.
wonder dance that just like they just
Yeah.
want to move their body, and that's the happy dance, right?
Thanks. He also sometimes dances to it because when we'd get in the elevator at our building, I started singing. I'm like, we're going downtown, baby, Oak Street in a Range Rover, and then so he'll like get me to like play that song, and he'll do his dance in the elevator as we go down to Country Grammar.
When when Cooper was a kid, he was doing a happy dance and then broke your new 4K television.
Oh, that I don't think the two were related.
Oh,
but
okay.
You were like,
just like the point.
And then Nick did his side dance.
Oh my god, dude! I almost cried.
Nick, you're gonna say something?
I think it's really cool that like the last two that we finished on are so like opposite ends of the spectrum of primal dance.
Yeah.
So the grinding is like
For adults.
Like, look, we're doing this because we want fuck, right? And that's why you're dancing when you're an adult and you're looking to breed and perpetuate the species. Whereas Milo's happy dance is just like your first dance experience, where like I'm just filled with joy.
Yeah.
And I need to get it out somehow.
By spasming like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I like that. And like, adults can do their own happy dances too. If they end up wanting to, grind on something and that's their happy dance, then
My happy dance.
I want you to know that grinding was not on my list. That is what I saw everybody else's suggestions, and I was like, well, shit, I didn't know that this was like, this is where we were going to go. And so I'm going to top it.
I swear I had more thoughtful dances on my list.
I
too.
have Shuffle Off to Buffalo.
Brie pulled out her ringer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, we have our list of 12 here. Let's take a quick break, and we're going to break it down on the D floor after this break and rank top 5 dance moves. We'll be back, everyone.
Hi, I'm Nick Watson.
And I'm Brie Watson.
And we're the host of the Constant Struggle podcast.
We're also siblings.
That too.
Our podcast is about trying to balance art and life,
Creativity and chores.
passion and paychecks.
Each episode, we talk to an awesome guest
We learn about their art, their craft.
and all the frustrating struggles that come along with the journey
So be sure to check out the Constant Struggle podcast.
on the Podcavern Network.
Top five.
Hello, everyone. We are back. We are at the midnight part of the night where the dancing is getting really, really crazy and raunchy right now.
Oh, I thought it was the slow dancing part where everybody hurts starts to
It could be a little bit of both, honestly.
The slow dance part where everybody just hurts.
Yeah. And then it gets nasty. You need
You've never grinded to everybody hurts?
I kind of
I'm
want
not
to
an
now.
amateur.
You need a good slow dance to break it. I'm talking like strictly like kind of wedding playlist right now. But you need a slow dance to break up how much fucking grinding happens at a wedding in the first
That's true, yeah.
I'm going to read our list right now of 12. The Carlton, Skanking, Tour Jeté, Old Grey Mare, The Worm, Moshing, The MJ Lean, The Turtle, Fishing Rod, Chicken Dance, Grinding, and Happy Dance. We'll do our best to give you like a quick version of them if you're like, what is that dance again? Otherwise, go back to the beginning of the show. Or honestly, easier, Google it. Because I'm not sure we did a great job at explaining these dances.
I think it got
We
the
did
job
a
done.
Great job.
Yeah. No, I think it was great. I think a couple of them are actually two-person because fishing rod and grinding are like, those are pairs.
And
For
Chicken
sure.
Dance
You
is
can
the...
grind up against a pole or a wall.
Or a couch cushion.
Yeah.
I mean, the
JD
vice
Vance.
president. Yeah. JD Vance.
Always with the right wing podcast.
Yeah.
It's so weird how many dances are linked to animals.
You know,
It's
it's
true.
correct.
Our animal friends have really turned us on. What?
That's true, yeah.
Especially
Especially worms and turtles
And fish.
and fish.
I guess if you really commit
Troy
to
McClure.
it, you can do a one-man fishing rod dance move where like
Yeah.
you
You're both
You're both.
Yeah.
ghosting, right? In improv, we call that ghosting.
Totally. And I
And
think if you
ghosting, yeah.
really lean into it and very like commit really hard, people would call
And
you
are
a hero.
sad enough.
And sad enough, of course.
Yeah.
Another
Just like not even grinding against a pole or a couch, but just like empty air.
Do we feel like this is the final list, or do we feel like, I feel like since we found out the MJ Lean had a hack to it, should we replace it with something else?
We can't
No.
go back
Okay,
on
perfect. That's
nominations.
the rule.
Yeah, I disagree. I think
That's-
that might be a feature, not a flaw. Like
Okay,
that makes
Yeah.
it stand out or lean forward.
For sure.
And as we know,
NPR wrote about it, Brie.
and we can't go back because Dan has to flash it out, and we know this.
That's right. He's I'm not doing enough
Gotta grind them out of here.
Okay, so we're going to do stars for further consideration. So I'm going to get you guys to one by one star a nomination that isn't one of your own for further consideration to make our top 5 list. And I'll go with Brie. What do you think deserve to be starred?
These are all terrible.
They're all terrible. We didn't do one good nomination on this list.
Brie's trying to tank everyone else.
I'm going to go with, because I like that it's associated with a specific genre of music, I'm going to go with skanking.
Okay. All right. Dan, star nomination that isn't one of your own.
I'm going to go with Courgette, because that sounds very difficult and very impressive.
Yeah, it might be the only really
Yeah, the only actual
dance
dance move.
Nick, what do you got?
I mean, grinding brings me such joy. And boners.
You hear that? Brie, Nick's sister, who came up with it. God. Grinding brings your brother so much joy.
I'm happy to hear that for my brother.
Brother boner.
I'm glad to hear things.
And you wouldn't have been able to remind him of this joy if you, his sister, hadn't brought it up.
I'm pretty sure my sister-in-law is doing a good enough job grinding.
All right, for my star, I'm gonna go with the happy dance for now.
Yeah.
Just because it's a very
now.
wholesome dance. So
I'll take that pity vote.
what we have right now is we have skanking, tourjete, grinding, and happy dance starred. I'll open it up to the floor right now. Now we can just start starring nominations that do include some of our own if we really feel as though it's going to make the top 5. Does anyone have anything else they want starred?
That MJ Lean is so cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
MJ Lean's cool.
I want it to be, I want to be able to talk about it.
I think the Carlton, probably.
Yeah, the Carlton for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, the old gray mare dance is like a hot contender for number 1.
I think we can leave the old gray mare dance behind.
Yeah. Well, this is what I get for tanking my
Your
suggestion.
first nomination.
All my nominations. That's fine.
Let me read you the ones that aren't starred, and we can see if we think it should belong on the top 5. The turtle. No.
Nah.
Old gray mare. Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
They're fun, but when we talked about them, but what's the skill level of a turtle?
Very little skill. That's why I could do it.
I bet you a lot of people can't do the turtle. They don't have enough momentum to go in a circle.
People with scoliosis.
It's like, if you think about it, a turtle upside down got there not on purpose.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And he's never going to be, like, it's going to be the hardest thing for him to get back up.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's the skill.
That's what it makes me sad. I don't want these dance moves to make me sad.
That's why you have the happy dance.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What about the chicken dance, Nick? Does the chicken dance belong on the top 5 list?
Dude, it's just so pernicious.
I think for the 3 white people here, that's probably it's probably been a big part of our repertoire. At least it's a good
It's
whether
a cultural touchstone for white people.
Yeah, a cultural touchstone. Like hee-haw and like
I think it's like it is from a time where we didn't have where like people were
more
playing
innocent
live
time.
instruments and like,
Yeah.
like okay.
So is this a vote for it to be starred, or
I don't think it needs.
I
to be there
feel like
personally.
chicken tonight.
Dan seems
where's the
excited
chicken
about it?
tonight one?
Nick, where's your head at? Does it
I want to give it a star just so we could talk some
about
more
it? Okay.
Perfect.
Cultural impact.
I think if we're having skanking, even though it's different, I don't think we need moshing on top of that.
Agreed.
That's fair.
And
Skanking is more
Also,
specific.
skanking is the less painful version of moshing.
skanking
Yeah.
is
And I think
fun. Moshing can be fun, but
there's more skill level to a good skanking than there is to moshing.
totally. Yeah.
And I feel that some people take the skank into the mosh pit as well.
You
Yeah.
can.
Like an olive branch of dance.
Yeah. Like at a real big fish concert.
Yes.
Oh, nice pull. Yeah. What about fishing rod?
I mean, I actually like fishing rod more than chicken dance personally.
Well,
If
we
we-
don't have the dance in there.
Chicken dance is starred
Yeah, we
right
do,
now.
we do, we do,
Chicken
we do.
dance is starred right now.
I now vote to veto chicken dance in favor of fishing rod.
I will say
I don't know if that's allowed.
There is fishing rod is a very silly nomination. I think we needed some of that because I think the normies out there, they don't know how to dance. They're gonna whip out the fishing rod like maneuvers with your shopping carts, your lawnmower, all those
The
moves.
lawnmower, yeah.
And I think fishing rod is a good encapsulation of those nominations. Do you know what I mean? Like the silly ones. So I'd be cool with having fishing rod starred.
I'd also like to star a shopping cart, even though it hasn't been suggested or brought to the table.
Do you like shopping cart
illegal.
better than fishing rod, though?
No. Fishing rod's number one.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going to be pushing for to win.
Okay, and finally, the worm. Does the worm need
Fishing
to
rod
be
give you a
starred?
boner? The worm is a complicated.
Dance. But I feel, I don't know. I feel like we've got Tour Jeté there as a complicated one. So
Okay.
Yeah,
that's our one complicated dance.
the worm is more breakdancing, where Tour Jeté is definitely ballet, right? So like,
ballet, yeah.
I would say they're two different things. I don't need it
true.
starred, but also it is fun. It's a fun move. But
Mm-hmm.
going back to like Brie's argument, as soon as you do the worm, then you have created the precedent of a
everybody
circle.
leaves. Yeah, and then
I'm gonna.
so does the turtle. It's just like, oh, now I have to sit here and watch a bunch of people
Yes.
worm. I
Yeah.
was like,
He's the person who also wanted it to be an Olympic sport.
I
I think we're burying the worm.
Oh, that's true. I want to see. Yeah, I would like to see a mass amount of people worming, but just one guy worming on the dance floor. No.
All right.
But like if they had like a marathon worm in the Olympics where you just have like 50 people lined up to worm like for 42 kilometers.
It's like a
This
human
sounds terrible, Dan. I
centipede
hate
of
this idea so
worming.
much.
Well, it sounds like the worm's not
Worming
gonna make
through
it.
the city.
I think the worm might be the most controversial of the dances we've come up with. Because if you see some guy worming on the dance floor, you're like, oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Trying to get a kilometer
also-
long worm going.
And we already have grinding, which involves a worm, if you know what I mean.
Hey.
That's the vertical worm.
Vertical worm.
The vert
That's
worm.
true. When two people worm together.
Yeah.
Real tight.
That's how you're going to explain sex to your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the move the worm? Well, just do
With
that on
you?
top of someone else and see what
Yeah.
happens.
And then after you do your happy dance.
Yeah, I'm okay with the worm leaving the list. I agree it does create a thing where like it separates people sometimes, not unites
Yeah.
them. But
And you're like, I got to
So
go get a
decisive-
drink now.
decisive.
Yeah.
on its own, it is kind of fun. But yeah, I think the worm can squirm off this top 5 list.
Hey.
There you go. There you go. I'll read you the ones that are starred right now, and then I'm going to read them again for what we call locks on this show. But first,
when are the honorable mentions?
It's
I'm
after.
Okay, I'm
You've been
so
on this show.
excited
Hurry up
to
and
talk
pick the
about
flag.
Brie,
I have
Bree's
actual,
mostly invested in the honorable mentions.
It's because I'm like, I need to mention some
Brie-
like indigenous dancing,
Yes.
or else I'm gonna feel like a piece of shit. Anyway, here we go.
you've been on the show many times before. The honorable mentions after the top 5.
I don't
After.
remember anything. It's like you come into the pod cavern and it's like your mind.
And then you're talking about dick jokes and grinding
and then you're like, where am I?
and DJ Pauly D and all these things. Okay, so our starred list right now, which is all kind of silly, frivolous stuff, but it's funny. The Carlton, Fishing Rod, Skanking, Chicken Dance, Michael Jackson Lean, Grinding, and the Happy Dance. That's 7 starred. We need 5 on this list.
What happened to the Torjate? Wasn't Torjate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tour
Tour
Jeté.
Jeté. That's 8 starred. We need 5 on this list. But what I'll do is locks right now. So I'm going to read the list slower, and we're all going to say if it's a lock or not. If we all say it's a lock, then it's going to make the top 5 list. If someone hesitates, it just means we have to talk more about it to make it on
Okay.
the list.
Cool.
Okay, here we go. I'll start from the bottom up. Happy Dance. Lock or no
Lock.
Lock.
I'd lock it.
Is Nick frozen?
No, I want to discuss the happy.
Okay,
dance.
that's
I'm
fine.
not
No. Grinding. Lock or no lock?
Yeah.
Lock.
Pop and
Wait,
lock.
which one was that?
Grinding.
Yeah, grinding is a lock in my pants.
Okay, well, in the spirit of this episode and the group that I'm talking to today, the degenerates, I will I will lock it. Even though normally I'd be like grinding, really, but I think it's kind of funny. Michael Jackson Lean, lock or no lock?
Well, there's a lot of hesitation there.
There is.
I could see it. I would lock it.
I'm gonna lock it because it was my own nomination.
Yeah. Actually, we got like a lot of nominations up there.
It sounds like Nick and Dan are on the maybe.
I want to talk more about it.
Okay,
So-
okay. How about Tour Jeté, lock or no lock? I'd lock that.
I'm gonna lock it.
Pass.
Okay. Wow.
even though it was the one I originally
It is the
suggested.
most dancey of the dance moves on earth.
That's true.
Okay, chicken dance.
Okay.
Chicken dance.
We
lock
can
or
drop
no?
it. Let's drop it. It feels like it's racist.
I don't need to lock the chicken dance.
No, I don't need to lock the chicken dance.
I think
There's something wrong with it, and I don't want to delve too further into it.
it does seem like the type of dance that would show up at a Trump rally. You know,
Oh, no.
Oh my god! I mean, he's trying to take over YMCA.
Well, when he does his little
Wait, the
like,
YMCA,
he has
yeah.
the YMCA. YMCA plays at all his things. So
he does his like sort of like double hand job dance that I guess is similar to it. So,
that's an honorable mention. Save it. The double hand job.
double hand job. Yeah. That should be a dishonorable mention.
Skanking. Lock or no lock? Lock.
Please lock.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got a lock.
I can lock
I'm
it.
happy to lock it.
I
a
like
good
it. I
skate.
like it.
Yeah.
Fishing rod. Lock.
Lock.
Lock for me too. Bree's not. Okay.
Give a shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You're doing the motion. I see it.
See how well that worked, and that was on Zoom.
The Carlton. Lock or no lock?
I think it should be locked.
I feel like it should probably be locked.
It's such a cultural
And now I'm
touchstone.
feeling bad about unlocking
Uh-oh.
Tour Jeté.
I got a problem with the Carlton though.
Why?
Is it going to get dated? Do the kids know about the Carlton?
Yeah, Carlton's
They
still around.
need to know about the Carlton.
Okay,
And
good.
I don't even play this game, even though I brought it up a few times. It is in Fortnite.
Oh, there we go. So the kids do
Lock.
know about
The kids
Carlton.
know it. The
Hard
kids know
lock.
it.
I think then, yeah, that has to be a hard lock.
How do we feel about is Tom Jones still okay? Has he done anything? Questionable?
What's Tom Jones's dance moves?
Oh, it's just
He-
because every
the
time he
Carlton.
did it, it was too.
Not
It's not
unusual.
unusual. to me.
Oh, I see.
I don't think it got
Yeah,
canceled.
yeah. Has Tom Jones been Me Too'd or like?
I don't think so. Like all the underwear and bras people were throwing at him. I think there's
he's
nothing
doing
but
all right.
consent
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on there.
Okay.
It was consensual. They were consensually throwing it. He wasn't like, bring me your panties.
Sure. Let's keep the Carlton. Let's keep the Carlton.
I like it too. Okay, so
Yeah.
and for those of you who
Got
don't
rid
know,
of one.
Carlton is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air dance where you're kind of swinging your arms side to side and moving your body and snapping your fingers while you're doing
Also,
it.
kind of like a great gif.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
You know?
For those of you who don't know, Carlton was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No,
No,
don't tell them.
don't say that. Maybe
Misinformation.
maybe in the gritty reboot he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so what we have locked so far is the Carlton, skanking, grinding, and what we don't have starred or locked, sorry, is fishing rod, Tour Jeté, Michael Jackson lean, and the happy dance. We need 2 more from that list to make it on our list. Who wants to make a fight for something?
I want to kill the happy dance because I feel like the Carlton is a form of the happy dance.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
It's like
Although
the
I agree
Pokemon
with you, I
evolved
do
from-
resent the phrase "I want to kill the happy dance," and I am very concerned.
Yeah, kill it because it has to do
he
with
has
children.
teenagers now.
Yeah, and children have turned Nick old and bitter.
There's nothing I enjoy more than killing joy and its expression from youthful people.
What's funny is also Nick's his room has gotten darker since because it was quite bright before. So I wonder if that's
his
just like
lightsaber is it's like glowing.
yeah, his lightsaber has turned from like green to red.
I just filled it with my dark side rage. That's all. It's normal.
I'm fine with the happy dance going on because that's just like Milo and I's like special like secret, and so that's fine.
Well, we said it would count for all children's happy dance. But
Yeah,
I do
and-
agree. The Carlton has like a childish wonder to it.
Yeah.
that
For
His
sure,
happy
yeah.
dance
Yeah.
as well. Like
It is
Carlton
Carlton's happy dance. It is
Yeah.
Alfonso.
and he does have that. Big
I keep wanting to say
gut
Alfonso
smile.
Cuarón.
Who's that?
Who's that?
That's the guy who directed Children of Men.
Oh, yeah.
I keep getting that confused with Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yeah, same guy. Same guy.
yeah,
All
yeah.
Alfonso.
That's why he wasn't acting.
Yeah. How about the Michael Jackson lean? Where are we at with that?
Like, if I'm going to compare, like, if we're going to go Tour Jeté versus Michael Jackson lean, I would probably go with the Tour Jeté. It's a jump. It's beautiful. It's graceful. You know, like it's floating through the air.
But you can only land that without a hitch in your shoe.
No, not a Tour Jeté. Well, see, that's it. There's no hitch required for a Tour Jeté.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think MJ Lean has to go because it's more of a magic trick than a dance move.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah, let's do
people
that.
try to do that, they're gonna get hurt. They're gonna
I've
wind up
tried.
doing the
It's
worm.
like, this doesn't
yeah, bonk.
Bree, you have a student who does the MJ lean. Is he practicing with?
I'm gonna have to ask. I
ask
never
him.
see his like feet when he's doing it. You just
Yeah,
kinda
look at his
see-
feet. Next time he dances.
Team of
Excuse me, Adam.
ankle
I need to see
holders.
your feet. As your teacher, I would really like it if you could just show me your
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino over here.
And let me film your feet as well.
Yeah, in close up. Several times throughout the movie.
So if we're cutting the
people.
MJ lane, then that leaves fishing rod to sneak its way into the list.
I'm all right with it.
I think
I'm all right with it.
You know, with the fishing rod, I do think, as silly as it is and as like basic as it is, I do, going back to like, it is that simplicity, silly dance that everybody fucking does. And
It is
it's
universal. All ages can participate.
Probably wouldn't have gotten my first kiss without the fishing rod.
Whoa,
Wow.
man! Did you snuck in a kiss as the fish?
Yeah.
Is that
My
is this consent? Like, is the rod?
Yeah. I think the fishing rod is consent.
Have you guys ever casted the fishing line and the person just like hard denies you, and then you have to cast it to someone else? That hurts.
Yeah.
Familiar. with
That hurts.
And then sometimes it's like a sympathetic fish comes over and be like, I'll be your
Oh
fish.
no, not you. I'm throwing you back.
Yeah, I was trying to do the fishing rod to this girl I liked, but instead I got like
A dude.
a dude that I really don't like.
Probably because you're using a fishing line instead of grinding.
Yeah, because every girl loves when the guy sneaks up
God.
behind them to grind them.
It depends on the guy, right?
True, yeah.
If they're an all right dude.
If he's hideous, then you know.
Not hideous, terrifying.
I
if
like-
he's terrifying.
Chud grind.
Yeah.
I'd like to take this moment to condone the people at the club because I've been there. I mean, in my 20s, I remember the fucking creeps that when like the girls are just trying to dance on their own, and then you got that drunk guy coming behind.
Oh,
and
he's not always drunk.
He's always drunk, and
yeah.
he's slowly coming
guy's
behind. And then eventually, even though the girls are clearly dancing on their own, eventually he's trying to grind up on them. And
That's why the girls
is
are.
gross.
That's why like the girls are great because they'll like knock their purses, knock them over with his purses. They'll form a circle around you to keep you safe. Like that's why you need your girls at the club.
Yes.
I had a friend who she would always like, I remember once going out and then like anytime a guy came up to her, she would like reach out her hands and just kind of like dance with me for like a couple of seconds. And then the guy would walk off and then she would then like just go back to dancing on her own kind of thing. Like just they'll be like, oh, I'm dancing with this guy kind of thing.
I think the ladies are the unsung heroes of dancing.
Yeah.
Brie, what were you going to say?
Song. It's not just like grinding. I once like went to one of the only like
Fans.
clubs
Polka
clubs
clubs.
that I went to that didn't have like that wasn't like when I went to university in Ottawa, and there were like clubs that you went to if you're just like you want to dance and you want to be gross and you want to not gross. There are clubs you go if you want to pick up.
Yes, that's
And then
right.
there were clubs where you would go
Sticky floors.
sticky floor clubs, and then there were the ones that had like that were a little bit more specific, like some that had an 80s night or a 90s night. Like that's a
Party
different
clubs.
vibe. Yeah, party club. Or like there was a place called Zayfod's where the
Yeah.
music was always like cool and unique and kind of like like that.
Yeah.
Nobody was going
Hipster
to
kinda
get
thing.
yeah, it was more hipster. Nobody's going to get grinded on at Zayfod's unless it was like ironically,
Yeah.
But then the only time I went to like a real like dance thing club when I was in Ottawa, like a guy came up behind me and like full on tried to put his hand like
Oh, Jesus.
up thigh up, and it's like a fucking like turn around and punch him in the face kind of scenario.
Oh, we should have had that dance move. The punch face.
Yeah. The don't grind on me
rape.
dance move.
Rape. I think that's what. Yeah. That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, like get out. And
Yeah.
after that, I was like, I don't think clubs are for me.
No, clubs are gross.
He's out on club.
But I want to bring that up when it comes to like grinding, because now we're in our top 5 here, because like grinding fun, if it's a consensual grind,
It's
amazing.
going to be a consensual grind.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
it's also very associated with like the nastier side of grinding, which is the not consensual grinding where, gross people try to.
if we need
come
to
up on
add
people.
the caveat that it is only consensual grinding.
But all the best consensual grinding starts with the fishing rod.
That's right.
You
Thank
reel the
you,
person
Dan.
in, and then they grind
I
together.
don't think-
And then you whip
I don't
out your
think
fishing rod, and
I
then
don't think it's a necessary component.
I
I think you can skip to the grinding. I think.
No, you gotta roll the dice and then do the fishing rod.
Mow the lawn, over to them. Put them in your shopping carts.
So I'm going to read our top 5 here, and then we just have to order them. So we have the Carlton fishing rod, skanking, tour jeté, and grinding. Once again, for the people at home who don't know skanking, it is like a ska move where you're basically kind of running on the spot almost, but like to the very delicate beat of dun 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 dun. Yeah,
There's trumpet. Yeah.
yeah, and like you could
What
do
I
some
also
fun
like
stuff
about
with it,
what I
too.
like about skanking too is that we've also got like there's like costume component to it. Like
Yeah.
hopefully you've got those like big clunky boots on.
The girls
got
are maybe wearing a plaid skirt.
Yeah. And a shirt, like a
A-frame for
tie.
sure. Yeah,
But not like a tie without a collared shirt, maybe.
A buzz cut with the girl
Yeah.
mullet or whatever.
The
Oh, no, the
Kentucky
buzz cut
waterfall.
with the bangs.
And the dudes are wearing the like almost zoot suits sometimes.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about swing dancing at all, which I could have gotten into. Like,
Yeah, if this podcast was more educated, I guess, and we chose like actual nominations.
we did. We have one, and I think one.
Yeah.
One is enough for this group.
For sure. Another part of the skanking move is that like you also kick your feet out too. And I think that's like a fun part of it. I do think like
Dude, it's cardio as fuck
It
too. Like
is. I think you could do some really fun. I like when I am at like anywhere dancing, I usually will do skanking first.
I didn't realize, Dan. I
any
didn't realize
boss
we
tones
were
come
in
on?
such a ska environment here. Like I
Ska
expected it
keeps
from
coming
Nick.
around.
I expected it
that's
from
true.
Nick, but I'm really surprised that Tuong is also like a ska
head. Yeah.
a ska head, a ska.
Skankster.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't listen to ska anymore because unfortunately it has fell out of favor for like over a decade. But in my heart,
It'll be back, baby.
I love ska.
Ska will never die.
And if nothing else, skanking still, you can do skanking even if it's not for ska. And that's
You
the
could
beauty of it.
skank going up to your kitchen to get a snack, and it makes it more fun.
And then if you're skanking good enough, someone will whip out the fishing rod and reel you in for a
Yes,
grind.
that's it.
You fishing rod to your like treat that you're going to get in the. In
my
the
God.
thing.
Or here, so someone will hit you with a fishing rod and then reel you over, and then you tour jeté into a grind.
Oh, this is good.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's
Everything ends
amazing.
up in a grind for Dan. It doesn't matter what moves you do beforehand. It's all prepper for the grind.
Yeah, but the
I think-
fishing rod has to
what-
be there.
Doesn't that say everything? Doesn't that everything leads to a grind?
Well, let's find out right now. What's number 5 on our list? With the Carlton fishing rod, skanking, tour jeté, and grinding. What's number 5?
I think skanking.
Fishing rod. Oh, skanking or the
No, fishing rod's number 1. Maybe number 2.
I would put, could see
maybe the Carlton. I think the Carlton.
Carlton's number 5.
No, okay.
Okay.
It's not. I think that's too hard for a lot of people to do.
It is hard, even though it looks simple.
Like,
You have to have the Alfonso Ribeiro chime to it.
And
Yeah.
like there must be something about his specific body, like
Body
like,
type.
He's a good
his height
dancer.
and his flexibility of the like mid torso.
I think 5 is a good spot for it because it made the top 5,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's good enough.
Yeah, that, for sure. Alfonso Ribeiro, good enough. What's number?
We appreciate that you're here,
yeah,
and that's great.
I think it is one of those pop cultural touchstone dances, but it's like not
Yes.
one that's always done because there is a skill level involved. You can do it poorly, but you know,
People could get hurt.
Isn't a bad Carlton is embarrassing? You're like,
It makes people sad.
What about number 4?
I think skanking could go to number 4.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yes.
Because like you
Fishing
two are
rod, climb
both
the ladder.
super into ska, but for the rest of the people, we're kind of like, all right, ska dancing.
It's more than
Yeah.
ska. It's more. It is.
It's a way of life.
Yeah, it surpassed ska. Like it's in every genre now. If you let
I'm
it.
looking forward to skanking up to snack right after this podcast. Catherine's gonna be
More-
like, "What's
is
going on?"
it
And I'm gonna wind up
more-
grinding.
Yeah.
Right? Is it more like do you like the skanking more than your fishing rod?
Yes,
Oh, hard yes.
I would say.
Oh, okay. So then maybe fishing rod is number 4.
I find
Fishing rod should be number one.
I have a point.
But I do feel I'm being
rod.
outvoted. So
Are we considering the cheese factor of the chicken rod?
The
chicken rod.
Chicken rod.
Yeah, chicken rod is what happens with when you grind.
Dan Rosen said it best, which was that the fishing rod leads to grinding, right?
Right.
Okay,
So I
I
think
want to talk about
grinding's gotta
grinding
be
too.
up there.
Yeah, where's grinding on this list? Because
Four.
It's got to be number one.
One.
Grinding's
Grinding
number
is
one.
no way.
You know
No.
what the fuck?
the thing of life.
I like how
Without
Brie.
grinding.
Brie is the one like classically like trained dancer. She's done ballet and all of that, and she's like grinding is more important than the tour jeté.
It is.
Without grinding, a lot of people wouldn't be here.
There wouldn't be any ballerinas if it weren't for grinding.
Yeah.
Whereas the fishing rod is preventing people from being born.
100%.
My favorite part of Black Swan is when Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman just start
Grinds
grinding.
Yeah, that's everybody's favorite part of that movie.
All right, I have an order. How about we try this? Carlton 5, 4 skanking, even though I don't like it. Fishing rod 3. Yes. Tour jeté 2. And grinding.
Grinding
somehow
is one.
number 1.
Oh man, Tuong's so upset.
How does that work for people?
That works for me.
It works for
kinda
me.
does.
I was able to get fishing rod on the
I want
podium. I'm very
skanking up
happy.
number 3.
I know.
If
Can
you
we?
guys want to switch, like I know the tour jeté is a beautiful ballet dance move. I'm happy for it to be anywhere in the top 5. So if you want to bump the skanking up,
No, I don't think. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah.
How about?
Whereas grinding is a ballet of the butts and crotches.
a ballet of the balls.
Tour jeté all over this girl.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. This is an
Right.
early.
Right out, Ness Brie.
This is also an early
What?
morning podcast too. We started early today, and this is the level of fucking nastiness this crew is operating.
Listen, I wouldn't have even brought it up if you guys weren't giving me like the kind of dancing you do at the club. You know? I had.
Well, no, don't tell me yet. We're
no,
not.
oh, you're right. Okay,
we're not
you're right.
there.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the official list
The
again.
list, even though I just switched it for you, Nick, because I think this works better for us. 5, the Carlton. 4, fishing rod. 3, skanking. 2,
Dan's so
tour jeté,
disappointed.
and 1, grinding.
Oh my god, Brie kicked our asses.
I mean, to be honest, I think that's fair, like because of the votes. But I really wanted fishing rod to make the podium, to make like
the podium.
bronze medal. But no, it's fine. I read the room. I
Can we do it? Can we tie number 3?
No.
Okay.
Never.
no, that's fine.
Never.
Fishing
I
rod can be
like
4th. I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
That's fair.
I'd still get 1 point in Mario Kart, so I'll take it.
Guys, once again, this is a collaborative list. It's not about Brie winning, even though she somehow wins every time.
Fucking dominated. She got the top 2. We're dead.
Yeah.
I'm at the advantage of having taken dance, for most of my formative years, and also being a woman who knows how to grind.
Yeah. Brie has 4 years of tap. Brie has 4 years of tap, 7 years of ballet, and 20 years of grinding.
I have 38 years of grind. I've been
my
grinding
God.
since I was 2.
Jesus. I will say though, grinding people can grind poorly. By the way, this is a thing.
Oh, for sure.
Not just creepy grinders out there. I'm not talking about that anymore. Just like I've
Short dick guys.
short dick guys, small butt girls.
I tried.
people
You're just like,
grinding.
ow, it hurts. It's
Yeah.
so bony.
You need a big dick and a big butt for grinding.
Yeah.
Large
I can't wait
things.
for your son to listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Daddy, what's grinding? It's my
when he graduates for high school, this will be my graduation gift to him this episode.
Son, it's when you take your honkin' dragon hippo object
Rub it up against,
and go ruffle some feathers. All right, so let's
Wait, so it's the chicken dance?
now we'll do honorable mentions. I'm just gonna have Nick, if you want to just rattle off the rest of your list, You can give a short description or not. I think people can get the idea, but just whatever the rest of your honorable mentions list is.
Okay, so the Macarena showed up. The Harlem Skank, which isn't a dance, actually, come to think of it. It's more of a meme.
The Harlem Shake.
Harlem
But there
Shake.
is a
Sorry,
Harlem
I said
Shake
skank.
dance. It has nothing to do with the meme. There is a
I'm
dance
sorry.
called the Harlem Shake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. That's
Yeah,
great.
but it was like culturally appropriated by white people who wanted to make memes.
Oh my God. All right.
Do better, Nick.
Highland Dance.
Nominating the actual original version of it is fine.
Oh, no, I meant
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I was thinking.
No, Nick meant the
I
other
was
thing.
pure meme.
Yeah.
Highland Dance. My handwriting's bad here. It looks like I'm writing the Carlton, but it's actually the Charleston.
Oh, that's a good one.
Charleston.
Another
Charleston.
Simpsons reference.
Al Capone was dancing the Charleston on top of the Empire State Building.
Thank you, Dan. I had the electric slide, which would represent some
Oh,
country
yeah.
music.
Yeah.
But in my research, I think people are saying that it's actually about a vibrator, which is interesting. The electric
Do you
slide.
watch the episode of The Detroiters where they do an electric slide? It's very, very fun.
God, all right.
I know.
River
Everybody watch
Dance.
The Detroit.
Oh,
Yes.
Irish.
What
Love
was
it.
What
I
did you
had
say?
the-
Irish dance?
Specific move
Well,
where
I
they
mean, same
kick
thing, but
in the
River
air.
Dance.
Oh.
That specific one when they kick, when they both legs kick, that's the one I had in my mind.
Yeah,
the
that's a
Michael
good one.
Flatley.
And then I have La Boulangerie, which is the dance that you
Boulangerie.
see in Emma. You know, when they're doing that country dance where it's like guy, girl in a circle. And it's basically you're just mixing, going arm in arm,
Oh, that
getting
thing.
to know
You
all the
swap-
single people.
You swap partners as
Yeah.
you're doing it.
The
The
Dougie.
ballet part where he's,
The Dougie. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
teach me.
Oh, God. I feel like I'm just... All right, the waltz.
Sure. Yeah. I like a good waltz.
I had waltz in there in case we went serious. Like,
Yeah. For sure.
And then during the podcast, I was reminded of the Pulp Fiction dance, which everyone can do.
Oh,
The thing
that's
with the
good.
V's over
With your
eyes.
fingers, the peace sign. Yeah.
Exactly. Happy dance, just
Didn't
Milo.
happy
Yep. Of course, there's the forbidden dance, the lambada. Which I didn't look it up. I just like that it's the forbidden dance.
It's called.
Mm.
What is
You guys
it?
not know this?
Lambada.
Yeah.
You don't know
This
what it
was-
looks like?
I don't. I think it's basically fancy grinding.
Oh, okay. That's why it's forbidden.
It's grinding, but you're in like a ball gown.
You may do daggering, but you may not do the lambada.
There's Spanish music and fancy suits. And then,
Lambada
oh
in
God,
Portuguese means the back of an animal is what it means. Oh, it's a hump. A lambada means a hump.
Oh,
So
God.
it is
look up a
grinding,
word
right?
in Spanish, yeah, or in Portuguese rather.
And I'll shut down my thingy with the ultimate. Everyone could do this dance. Everyone should be aware of it, and it's the Peanuts dance. It's
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
from Charlie Brown.
Yes.
Also, it might be a little white people-y too. So there you go.
White
I'm done.
dog.
I'm out.
Another tagline for this episode. A little white people.
Very white people.
This is going to turn into top 5 white people dances.
Dan, just list off
Grinding
the
can be
rest
done
of
by
your
everybody.
nominations here, your honorable mentions.
Okay.
Sorry.
So also I've got flossing.
Minecraft.
I've got pardon? Sorry.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Fortnite.
Minecraft, yeah. The robot,
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
another classic.
Yeah.
In the song Bye Bye Bye, where they do like the hand thing
Yes.
to like
Yeah.
bye bye bye. That one.
Wanna make it up.
The hustle, mostly from
Oh,
Futurama
yeah.
when Fry is like
my
doing the
God.
hustle to like
There's also great hustling in the Detroiters, by the way.
oh nice. I can see
And
that.
Saturday Night Fever.
To throw in just a little bit of Judaism, the horror, as Brie witnessed at our
Yes!
wedding, where it's like
The
you have the like
one.
you have this song. It's like a Jewish hoedown basically, and then like everyone just like is holding hands, and you're like going around in circles, and like there are like other movements to it, because then usually like the groom ends up on like everyone's like arms or whatever, and they're throwing him up high in the air and stuff like that.
Is that
Is it
when
the
they're playing
chair?
Hava
Is the
Nagila?
chair part?
And then the chairs as well. It ends with
Yeah.
people being thrown in the air in the
Oh,
chairs.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
fine.
And your drunk friends are like holding you up like in the air, and you
Yeah.
fear for your life.
That's you should have nominated that instead of the old gray mare dance.
No.
Oh, she ain't what
I had to get the. That's a crazy
You
thing.
didn't want to make it.
My- I am Jewish, but my first religion is The Simpsons.
Yeah, of course.
And then also, just because I'm a big fan, another kind of lean dance is the Gord Downey microphone move,
Oh,
where
really?
like he would always like he'd push the microphone and it would like off to the side, and then just as it looks like it's about to collapse, he'd like pull it back to him with his foot.
Yes.
And so that was like a good classic.
Great.
Yeah.
Gord had great moves.
He had amazing dance moves. Yeah.
Yet none of
I
it
feel like-
made it on the top 5.
No, it's true.
Shop
Yeah, because
Canadian.
grinding pushed him out.
It would. Grinding usually does. Great honorable mentions. Dan, how about you, Brie? Say the rest of yours.
Okay. I've got a bunch. So there was some like a pirouette is, a very common ballet move. It's so fun to see a bunch of people spin. It's just a spin, a pirouette, a beautiful spin. I got to shake that up. I put the pop and lock, which I think is it's more part of the grinding experience. I did write shuffle. Isn't it a pop and lock?
A pop and lock? That's part of grinding?
I think your butt can pop and
Maybe
lock.
I don't know what a pop and lock actually is. I thought it's just
Actually,
when
To the
you
dance club.
You might be able to pop and lock several body parts, but I think the best time is when you're popping and locking a butt.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always thought
It's
it was,
when you need to pop, lock, and bust the freshest.
I always thought
As
the
they
pop
say
and
on
lock
Futurama.
started from the bottom and then up. Like,
Maybe I'm wrong.
as long as something pops and one thing locks, then it's okay. I don't know.
I think
God, this
that's
sounds
what
like
I
me at the
thought.
golf course when I'm picking my ball out of the hole.
Hey, let's switch into tap because tap was always my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Shuffle ball step.
Shuffle Off to Buffalo, I mentioned already, is a great one where it's just like a collection of taps where you go in one direction all the way to Buffalo. There's the wing step, which I also think is very cool, where you've got 2 feet and they tap outwards and then tap back inwards, so you're kind of like in midair for a quick second. And usually you see the dancers do this move with their arms when they're doing it.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Can you describe that move for the listeners, Brie?
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, the wax.
Yeah, wax
with
on,
the-
wax off with both your hands at the same
You're
time.
going out and in at the same time. I love a wing step. It's always fun. I put in because I didn't want to be like, I was like, oh God, these are all very white people moves. So I put in some Lindy Hop, right? Some like African American like swing dancing that of course white people appropriated. But where you're just like chucking people up in the air and spinning them around your body and like dumping them under your legs and just, like it's really fun, impressive dancing. I put sorry, I'm so excited now. We got to the honorable mention. Nick said Highland dancing, and I'm going to take it one step beyond that to the actual sword dance, where they're doing dances within the like crossed swords, because damn it, you've got weapons. You're dancing with weapons at this point.
Yeah.
You can slice your feet off if you're not doing
Shit's
it
dangerous.
properly. I wanted to mention, I don't know any specific steps, but just like Bollywood dancing in general
Oh,
is
so fun.
amazing. I can't believe none of us said the Running Man, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
God,
And then,
another
this
one
one-
that we've actually done in real life.
Yeah, the
IRL.
Running Man, very popular. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly, but it's Prisyaka, which is that Russian dance.
The sitting
Yes,
thing.
Yes, I had that on my,
Let's embo, do, 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 do.
where
that
they're
was
kicking, they go down on
the
like,
Russian
very low
squat
and
kick
kick.
dance.
Yeah.
Is the
Yeah.
Prisyatka, and I was on my list too. That was going to be like my, let's take one from a different nationality, but
Yeah.
I chose
'Cause that was
fucking the
cool
worm
as shit.
instead.
I took it to grinding, and I'm gonna end with this one because it's truly so impressive if you see it done when they're wearing like full regalia and everything, and that is like your indigenous hoop dancing.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Got several hoops going at the same time. They cross them. And I had, since we did a shout out, I wanted to shout out the influencer Notorious Cree, who does a lot of wonderful indigenous dancing, or he's Cree. I don't know if it's specific to Cree Nation dancing, but but like so many, like his hoops are like, they glow. And anyway, it's just
I've seen that dancing. It's
incredible.
very
Yes.
cool. There's so many
It's-
hoops. So many hoops.
There's so many hoops. And then,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's impressive.
Amazing.
I thought you were going to go with a huge drum circle.
Those are cool too, but that's more drumming than
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's save it for top 5 drum moves.
drumming.
That's the last episode, right?
Yeah,
Tuong?
It's all come to this. 200 episodes in the making. Great honorable mentions, Brie. I know you really couldn't wait for that segment of the show. So when are the honorable mentions happening? Okay, very quickly for myself is that we had shopping cart, we had lawnmower, we had the two-step. Two-step is like, I think is a really nice one because if you can't dance, two-step's a good way to like pretty much kind of mask that you can't dance. Although
Is that like
It's a
That's
gateway dance at least.
I would say that's just like
least to
white
skanking.
boy dancing, right?
It doesn't have to be, as long as like you're kind of moving to the beat and stepping, then you're basically two stepping.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like skanking, so it's just a little easier. MC Hammer dance. No one said
yeah,
that.
the hammer dance.
The hammer dance.
That's good. Wavy tube band is when you just kind of
Oh,
flail your
yeah.
arms around.
Oh, waving your hands like you just don't care.
Exactly. I like the crip walk dance. I think it's like a
I had
fine
that
dance. It's a cool looking dance, even though it's problematic to some. A backflip, I think, is always a cool dance move.
Come on. Also a cool ice skating move.
Oh,
Yeah.
When
Second
they
to
do it on
last.
skates. Come on.
I was going to say the Crip Walk, which was brought back by Serena Williams at the halftime show for the Super Bowl.
yeah. When
That's
Kendrick Lamar called Drake a
right.
pedophile. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a Oscar Conan joke there.
So good.
It was so good. The breakdancing move, the windmill, is really cool. Is when you're on the ground and you're fucking kind of windmilling your legs around.
Yeah, that's the dance move where this guy would do that, and then I would follow it with the turtle.
Yeah. Breakdancing again. The 6-step, I think it's called. That's another one. The single ladies dance.
Just like up on one.
The freeze.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was also going to do some Beyonce. I forgot.
Single ladies, yeah, is good. A nice 2-person one, salsa. That's a very sexy dance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If we were more, I don't know, mature, we would have chosen things like the salsa,
Like salsa
and tap
and-
dancing and stuff. And I think the last one I want to say is there's two. There's one I found on Reddit from Waffle Falafel. This person. I pull out finger guns from my imaginary holsters and start shooting them at people's feet. They always start hopping from foot to foot to dodge the imaginary bullets.
I have done this.
The last one that I have from Reddit I thought was really funny from Jabobs420. I have a silly dancing partner. Our favorite move is to plant invisible gardens on the dance floor. One of us digs the invisible hole. The other grabs the invisible plant and puts it in the hole. We both water and plant and move on to the next hole to dig. I will also try and make sure people don't crush our garden while they're dancing.
And then after that, we grind.
Up against the plants and the ground.
And the final honorable mention is freestyle. Just do whatever you want. Dancing's a very expressive medium. We've named a lot of stupid ones, but they're serious ones. But also, like, you just move your body and just feel the music. That's pretty fucking cool, you know?
Move your body,
I also
girl.
didn't mention. I
Make
want to
those
throw in a
fellas,
chorus line. A chorus line.
Oh,
like everybody
yeah.
kicking
With
at the same
kicking?
time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Rockettes, like
Yeah.
can.
The
Yeah.
can. How did we miss the can?
Yeah. Fuck grinding. Let's do the can.
I can't believe grinding won.
I also am partial to poi dancing and fire dart dancing, which is really cool.
Whoa.
You can set that stuff on fire. I do a lot of poi dancing myself in the summertime, so it's like super cool shit. And yeah, that's our nominations for top 5 dance move and honorable mentions as well. So yeah, we did it.
We did it. We won.
We
Find
did it.
something or somebody. Get grinding.
Get grinding. Yeah, don't do the salsa. You don't need that, I don't know, pregame. You can go right
Just get to the point.
Don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
Thank you, Brie, Nick, and Dan for being on this podcast. I'd love to talk to you more, but as we know, Dan has to flash it out as I keep
flash it
mentioning
out,
it. So, do you guys have anything to plug for the people at home? Brie?
Yeah, good. Just come to improvniagara.com. We've always got one. If you're in the Niagara region, we always have wonderful improv programming for you to delight you. Or if you want to learn improv, we do that too.
Incredible.
Yeah.
How about you, Nick?
Fellow Cavanite over here, and listen to the Constant Struggle pod, which me and Brie might be doing a recording of later today.
Oh, excellent. I've never heard the people in Pod Cavern being called the Cavanites before. Let's make it happen.
Oh, there's stalactites out there.
Or are we the Spelunkers?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Spelunkers.
Spelunkers is kind of fun. Yeah. Dan, what about yourself?
I would like to plug grinding.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
I would. I guess I have a stand-up comedy album on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music called Family Boy, and yeah, I'll plug that one.
Excellent. I like how you started with grinding and then it's like, here's my other thing, I guess. Which
Here's
is
my
way
other
less
thing.
important. Way less important.
Please listen. If I don't get 1,000 listens on Spotify, they won't pay me 7 cents.
Oh no. I know you're somewhat joking about that, but I know that's also very true, isn't it?
Yeah, they made it like you have to get at least 1,000 listens per like for a track to like be monetary.
I hate them. All right. But yes, support artists out there. That's always a good thing.
Canadian artists, buy Canadian.
That's right. Buy
Elbows
Canadian,
up.
listen to Canadian, laugh to Canadian. as
Yeah.
well.
Grind to Canadian.
Grind to Canadian. Elbows up as you skank to Canadian.
And for myself, you can find the rest of the shows in Pod Cavern at www.podcavern.com. Check out all the shows in here. Like, subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. That's it for us today. Let's get off this sticky dance floor. And I'd like to thank my guests once again, Brie, Nick, and Dan.
Let's go. Let's find like a 24-hour diner. We gotta get some like gross, like we gotta get some diner food into us, and then go sleep in for the next couple.
Yeah, let's do
Denver
it.
omelet.
Yeah.
Calgary omelet. Calgary omelet.
Perfect.
All right,
All right.
everyone. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Go grind.